Frankie, we did all we could for the man. And we are live. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Loomis Show. Brett will be on in a minute. This happened to me the other day when I was trying to go on live. His computer is what is it, going through like a software update thing, like restarting. So he'll be on any moment. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. And I guess I'll just be shooting the shit with you guys. Hold on, here he is here. I should have went with the 705. So I'm on now. Hold on 1 second. No worries. I got this. So anyway, hope everyone's having a great weekend. And let's just go into the chat while we wait for Brett though to come on in. First off, let me know if could you guys hear me, because I've been having microphone problems. And if someone could give me a thumbs up and let me know if you could hear me, that would be great. There he is right here. I'll be soon. My area is having issues with this Wi-Fi shit, or else I'll use my phone. Let me see. All right, so you guys could hear me. Excellent. All right, Brett. No worries, my man. I know you'll be here. I'll hold it down in the meantime. Let me head up to the top. Who we got? Steven Noons. What's up, my man? Good job on your show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my man. Really do appreciate that. Thanks, Steve. I hope all is well with you. And I really do appreciate that more than you know. We got Dominic Calandra. What's up, Dominic? Notifications have been set for a couple hours. See you, gents, in a few. You got it, my man. Oh, this was probably earlier. Let me see, 6:43. And yeah, okay. But if you're here right now, Dominic, what's up? Great to see you. Thank you for being here, my friend. There she is, the lovely Ro. Ro, I hope all has been well. Haven't seen you in a while. Sorry, I'm looking a little frank. I've been so busy, like nonstop. Wasn't even able to shave today. It was relaxed Sunday, and I was literally just trying to get in there, and then I was like, oh wait, I forgot to do an intro thing and all that stuff though. But you know me, I'm always late, but I got to go back to the 05 time, But Ro, thank you for being here so much, and I hope all is well with you as always. There's Dominic again. Good evening, Roro G. Hope all is well. What's up, Steve? Happy Sunday. Who's that girl? Roro, Loomis, Brett. I'll be listening. Who's that girl? Thank you very much. Who else we got? Sugar Zane. I was just talking to Zane. Zane will be on the show this week. Once we talk, I'll be talking to you after this, my man. Zane is a good friend of mine from around here who got his life together and big inspiration and has got a great message. So he's going to be a great guest. Taylor, nice. How you doing, Taylor? Thanks for being here. Guys, remember, hit that like button, get this moving, share. In the meantime, Brett should be on any minute. And subscribe to the content. Who else we got? Grambino, there he is. How you doing, my friend? You know what, man? I was talking about you a lot this weekend, and in a good way. Sloth Bernstein is in the house. Dr. Loomis. I don't have my Halloween shirt on from Halloween. There's Dr. Loomis, but Sloth Bernstein, I appreciate you. A man that was like asking me to do something at first, Dad. Like you know how people are like they don't care. Like you could show them like, you know, fanboys, let's say, you show them a certain something and they're just like, yeah, you know, and like when they see the proof, like that one guy, oh, you're just a junkie. See you later. No, Sloth stuck around and saw what was up. And I appreciate that because not many people do that on YouTube, which I don't understand. Just you can admit when you're wrong. You know, not talking you, Sloth, being like me. I'm wrong all the time, like a lot. And I think it's human nature. You ever notice, like in a comment, if someone's like right and you get something wrong, say you're wrong, and someone writes to you the correct answer in a comment. Not even talking this, it could be Facebook, Instagram. They always have to put like, ha, 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 like that, the laugh first and say that's not the answer. Like that's huge ego right there. Like, why just tell them the right answer? Like, okay, dude, you know that. So like that's, you know, I don't get that. Like, haha, I know this better than you. No, just tell me the right answer. Stop laughing. Killer intro music. Thanks, Dominic. That's called Devil's. That's what's so weird about. No, that one. What was that again? I'll tell you right now. Because obviously you can't do music that's out there or you get copyrighted. So this is music that I wrote with AJ Bartoletti. But wait, 1 second. Oh yeah, that's Choice. That's name of that song's Choices. Me and my good friend AJ Bartoletti wrote that song. Well, actually, I wrote that song, the piano parts for it when I was away, and then he's putting the guitar to it. And thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. I'm actually going up though. He has a studio that's fantastic. It's unbelievable, and gonna actually get all my music that I have written mastered up because I want to put it in with the Buffalino doc and the stuff I've been doing with that as well. If people haven't been watching over there on the Buffalino channel on Instagram, we've been dropping parts of my exclusive interview with Joe Buffalino, and it's been going great. And it's just been a lot of editing, and there's still so much more though to come because we're doing a documentary. So the interview that's going on over there at the Buffalino channel, it's just like a little taste, like a little it's exclusive, obviously, but it's a little little sample before the big thing. Here's the man himself right here.
Hey, Joe Buffalino here. I want to thank all the followers, all the new followers, and especially Loomis for putting on this production. And there'll be more to be followed. So just stay tuned and everybody like it and subscribe.
So that's at the Buffalino family, or just type in Buffalino family on Instagram and you'll see it. That's the official Buffalino family page. Check that out, guys. And thanks again, buddy, for the compliment on the music. I appreciate that. All right, let's see who else we got. Sugar Zane, I got you. Dave, what's up, my man? Whose car we taking? I love it. What's up, bro? I just got back from the range. I did some handgun practice today. Nice. I'm picking up a new piece on Tuesday. I was talking to Gooch earlier though about it though, and I'm looking forward though to it. And just got back from the range. Good for you. That's therapeutic, isn't it? Very therapeutic. We got Tracy's in the house. How you doing, Tracy? I hope you're doing fantastic. Tracy, a loyal follower, love her to death. Steve Nunes, love the shirt. Screw face. Well, the story is, so the Flannerys from where I'm from, he unfortunately passed away 3 years ago, and we called him Screwface all the time, the Flannery family. And he was a great guy, Matt Flannery. And Dave Flannery, his older brother, was my best friend. He also passed away, and in 2004. And but we used to just always call him Screwface. And Stephen Flannery had these shirts made for the benefit for him, and that's him right there. And we always grew up watching. If anyone knows the movie State of Grace, and we live in a place called East End in the Wilkes-Barre section, Scranton Wilkes-Barre section, and the Flannery family, Jackie Flannery, and them. It's loosely based like off the Westies and stuff like that. But the Flannerys around here are legends. And R.I.P. to Matthew, David, Jimmy, and Mrs. and Mr. Flannery as well. Great people. Oh, and Brett is in the house. I was just saying hello to everyone. Sorry about that, Brett. Frank Ferrara, how are you? I just wanted to real quick, Brett, give Frank just got a surgery. Frank, glad you're back at it, my man. Was thinking about you. Much respect, brother. Hope all is well to Bernstein. And Manny, how are you, my friend? Manny Grossman, check him out. The guy knows what he's talking about. And he could probably relate to when I was like, if someone's like writing back to you like like whatever, guy knows what he's talking about. Don't watch that Son of Sam on Netflix thing. Watch his channel because he knows what he's talking about. And I'm not just saying that because he's a friend, and I'm going to be real, Manny. Yeah, he's a friend, but like he only did my channel once. We never hung out. We're not friends like real close friends by hanging out. But the bottom line is the guy knows what he's talking about. And he's a great guy. And Manny, keep doing what you're doing. All right, I'm going to bring in Mr. NYC Crime Spot, Mr. Brett from NYC. What is going on, my friend?
What's up, man?
How you doing, my
Did
man?
have to be,
You know what
did
I'm
have
going
to
to
be
have
that
to do?
zoomed in?
I knew it. I'm going to have to unplug this mic because.
Can you zoom it back out, or do you have to have it zoomed in? All right, it's my show now. What's going on, people?
Could you hear me?
Yeah.
No, do I sound though? Because now I'm just going through the laptop, not even the microphone. But does it sound terrible or no?
No, it sounds good, but the zoomed in thing's messing with my eyes.
Yeah, no, this is how I always do shows now because everyone watches on the phone, and the other way, it's like real far away. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay.
if we do,
No, it's all right. Whatever you want. It's your show.
is that all right with you?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Who talked to? I was talking to I forget who was telling me that though, but I mean, and in the studio, there's like 80% watch on their phones, so I figured this is a good.
Yeah, I usually do what I want. I don't listen to anyone's advice, but maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, but you're in my house now, pal.
No. I'm saying when people go off on like the the analytics and this and that and the thumbnails, and I say, all right, good, you do that. That's kind of how I am.
Oh well, I think we had many conversations about that together.
Yeah, and you see how oblivious I am to a lot of it, because I think I like walking through life that way.
I'm going to tell you what, you're right, because I put something no thumbnail. The title was like half-assed, and I forgot to put tags up, and it was like, and it soared. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's just the luck of the draw or whatnot. Like, when you get too like, oh, this got to be like this and this got to be like that and all that, it's, you're obviously doing something right, folks. NYC Crime Spot. And also 52 Topics with Frank Ferdoni. You told me before the show. Everyone knows Italians' last names. I always screw up, and I apologize. Frank was on the other night. Brett, if this is really bothering you, I will.
No, I'm just not used to being that close. I'm just going to move the laptop even further back.
No, I'm not, but I mean, you're basically essentially a guest. So, well, you are a
No, no, no,
guest.
no,
So
no, no,
it's like
no, no, no.
if
I'm just
someone's
moving
a
the. I'm
guest
just.
at my house, I want to treat them
It's
right.
fine, dude. I'm just moving the laptop back. I just don't like looking at myself that close. It's bothering me.
Well,
But
no,
it's
I
you.
know that's why these are great, though. I used to always look at people like, wow,
There
why
we
do
go.
they
That's
wear shit?
better.
Like, I totally understand, though, why people don't
I'm
wear
just not used
sunglasses.
to it. I'm not used to it. No, that's good. I'm good. I'm good. We're good. I fixed it.
And it's great too, though, for like, when I'm editing and stuff for clips and stuff. And it's just, I think it's better for people when they're watching on their phones.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, but Zane, who was just there, that's going to be an in-house interview because he's from the neighborhood. So
Who's
stay
that?
tuned for that. But folks, in the description, both of Brett's channels are in the description, and he has two channels: NYC Crime Spot, which he has. Well, it says NYC Crime Spot and /52 topics with Frank. Frank was on the other night. Um,
Check it
Seretti,
out.
how you doing? I just
Yo,
want to
what's
say
going
that.
on?
Yeah,
He's a
I
good guy.
yeah, no, Seretti's the man. And then I don't like to miss anyone, so it's like OG Robe. There she is. What's up? And I think we got, though, everyone who's in the chat at least. And we have almost 30 people in here. Wow. For me, that's like,
What's up?
it's not bad.
What's up,
Seretti,
everybody?
what's up? So listen, folks, everyone in the chat, this live, me and Brett were talking today, and I'm like, do you want to do a topic? What do you want to do? And they're like, this is going to be like laid back and stuff, but we are going to talk over some stuff. And what I really don't want to talk about, and first off, though, let me just tell the people out there from Canada, I love yous. My man Crafty, thank you so much for doing that little piece on your show. That really meant a lot. I want to throw a shout out to my brother Bobby Bright, who's been on for the past week or so. Me and Bobby been doing some episodes together, and the last one was part 2. Check that out. And also, let me see if I thought I put up the thumbnail. Yes, if you guys haven't seen this yet, Bobby Bright, The Hard Life. I'm going to be honest. Bobby used to always, jump into chat and stuff like that. I had no idea. People say like they've done this or that. And, you got to vet people. You don't know, but
Right.
Bobby, I mean, you know, his story is it's wild. And RIP again to Dean, who is Bobby's best friend, stuntman. I watched Cinderella Man last night, and I saw Bobby getting hit in the ring. He was Russell Crowe's double in Cinderella Man, and he did a lot of work, but tragically, he was killed in a double slaying, and he was sentenced for drug offense. He was about to go inside 2 days later to serve, I believe, a 2-year sentence, and he got killed. So, R.I.P. to Dean. And
That sounds like a movie in itself.
you guys got to watch. I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, there's people out there just because they're not on Wikipedia or they're not on, like they don't have a channel. Like that doesn't mean anything until because Bobby's working on his book. He's doing a book now and all
Yeah.
that type and all that stuff. But then all the people from Canada who are coming on, like they all knew him and Dean and legends out there. We're from here. I mean, they were with this guy here who's Vito
Yeah.
Rizzuto. Dean took Bobby to meet Vito and for dinner, and they were at they went boxing and stuff like that. Not boxing, but went to an actual boxing event. And that was before Vito was Bosto. That was in '88, I believe. He was like a captain, and it was like right after though the not like right after, but people already knew the reputation that he went to New York with the Bananos and with the triple captain murder and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about though, Brett, with the folks that are on, explain we got nice, we got a good chat going though here, and a lot of people watching for me. So for meaning when I say for me, I don't mean like they're watching for me, meaning that the numbers are are nice.
Good.
So NYC Crime Spot, Brett. Explain to the people who don't know what that show is all about.
Yeah, that's a show I started over here on YouTube almost 4 years ago. The point of the show is to talk about New York City criminal history. which involves a lot of organized crime. It's a channel that's a mix of documentaries. Sometimes those documentaries will have actual footage from where the locations that I filmed where these things happened. And sometimes on the channel, I'll just straight up do a walk and talk to a location where a crime happened, or I'll walk around the neighborhood and, you guys get to see. I'll go inside an old mob-owned restaurant or a social club that's now a restaurant. We'll film the inside. So just the all around sometimes I'll do food reviews, just the all around New York City channel, focusing on New York City crime, which happens to be a lot of organized crime. Some storylines more so than others, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on over there.
So, guys, for example, like Goodfellas, I'm sure everyone, you've seen that, Robert's Lounge, Jimmy Burke's area, all that type of stuff. Brett's show it's more on location, where he is like, he does streams, but he's giving you a tour of where these actual events really took place. And it's fantastic channel. And let us know now about the new one though as well. And don't forget, both there's the link right there, and they're also in the description. But let us know about 52 Topics with Frank Ferdonia.
Frank Fiordolino. 52
Yeah,
topics with Frank 52 Topics with Frank Fiordolino. That's a channel I started back in October with Frank Fiordolino, former Bonanno crime family associate, who is family has been deeply entrenched in organized crime going back to the 20th century, the first half of the 20th century at least. And basically, both of his uncles were capos in the Bonanno crime family. Him and his brothers all became involved in organized crime. He was affiliated with the Giannini crew out of Ridgewood. So me and him started this podcast back in October. We just reached our 4 months. It's going good. We got over 2,000 subs so far. We're getting a lot of people in the live streams. So people seem to like what we do. We're trying to do it different than a lot of, I guess, some of the other former mob guys on YouTube are doing. We try to do it different. We try to bring you not only Frank's story, but other stories, a lot of non-mob stuff, conversations going on as well on that channel. So just an all-around New York City criminal. I consider it like a criminal and cultural history of New York City, mixed with like Frank's story too. So it's because we'll talk about like famous cases in New York City. We'll talk about some of the racial tensions, some of the music, all types of shit.
Yeah. And I want to thank Frank for hopping on the other night. He came on and spoke, and that was a good night. Where I think the name of the live was "Anything Goes," and we had a good time. I called up that the QVC Mob Tube guy, as you know, Brett, and
yeah, I listened to that. Yep.
that was over on Angel's channel, and then that has nothing to do. Like I wasn't, putting out Angel Gotti or nothing, but I just was like, oh, let's just try calling him up. And
but I don't get it. What do? You just call? They give a number and you call in.
It's his number. He's like, anyone want to call? Blah 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 blah. So what happened was I was doing the show, and it's this show here, right here. For if anyone though is interested in watching it, I believe I did put it up. And let's see, yeah, it was this live. Anything Goes,
right?
And so I was doing it, and someone was talking about this person who's like a, scam artist type, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, well, let's take a look. And then, I went down, hit the present button, and I took a look over there, and I listened to this guy for like 5 seconds. And, I was in sales before, and
yeah,
you could just the stuff this guy was saying. So he's like, oh, I have my personal number, give me a call. So I just gave him a call, and I asked him for some advice, as you said,
right.
And he gave me some good advice. I was like, how do you deal with the haters and all that type of stuff? And he gave me some real good solid advice. And he hung up on me, but then I called him back, and he answered again. And then then he told me about his TV network. That's $30 a month, and I checked it out, and yeah, that was pretty much it. But
So that's
I
what's
guess
going on Angel Gotti's channel. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, like he comes in and he tells everyone, like he hypes him up. He's like, you know, you, you don't see Capone on here. You blah, 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 this is Gotti did blah 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 for $4.95, and then he was like, you could just he's like the QVC, like when you want to buy Tupperware on fucking QVC, and
Yeah.
there's like
Yeah.
the guy, that, but now
No,
the
I
mob.
saw. I don't know his name, but I don't recall his name. But I saw him pop up on another channel. I don't know what the reason why he was on that channel, and he was talking so fast and dropping some. I don't know. I guess he thought he was funny, or that's his type of humor, and he was talking really fast, and I just kind of got sick of it, and I turned it off.
Yeah. Well, I just knew those
Eric
things.
Foss. He was on Eric Foss's channel.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. So he I just saw right through him like immediately, and it was like an anything goes thing, and then the audience though in the decent chat going, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna call him, and then everyone was just like, he's not gonna answer. And the first time, he didn't. Then I called the second time, then he answered, and
Yeah.
then it was like a 3 a.m. interview with him. But
Yeah, I don't know, that corner of, I guess, what you call mob tube or mob, with that corner of the genre, I stay away from it. Like, I don't know what's going on over there. I get it all secondhand from like troll channels that pop up on my feed, and I'll be like, what the fuck is going on here now? And I'll just watch like the troll channel shit. But as far as like actually watching the actual content and like being a part of it, yeah, no, I don't know what the fuck is really going on over there.
I have no idea. I was told from the chat, so I was just like, because I don't watch all those
Right,
shows
me
and stuff.
too. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about what's going on over there.
And but I wasn't though like putting down her or nothing. I was just wondering what this guy was about, and she wasn't even on. It was just him and some other
Yeah.
girl.
No, yeah, from what I can tell, he's got his own show on that platform or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but he so it's like $4.95 or something, and he comes on. He's like the hype man. He's the QVC. Ever QVC? Like when you go to
Of
your
course.
grand,
Yeah.
for the mod tube, and and he snake oil salesman, and usually I go, how much is your TV? He goes like, I'm the real deal, man. I go, all right. I go, how much does your TV thing cost? And he hung up on me. So it was terrible customer service on his part.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like good customer service.
No, I was like, I was a little upset. It was tough that night to sleep because he was inspiring, and I looked up to him, and he hung up on me. So I think I probably, but I got over it. But that's just
weird.
like,
That's
because
weird.
when I called him, I just, I was asking for advice, and he was, I even said to him, I said, are you a life coach, the whole 9 yards? Because he was so good. And
Yeah.
he hung up on me though, and it was tough. But
Now
I'm
you're
back.
still recovering.
I'm back.
You're still recovering.
Oh, that guy is hilarious. Oh, I don't even know his name, but yeah, like what a world. You know, we got MobTube fighting now. We got like celebrity boxing matches, not just MobTube, boxing now. There's
Is there Mob 2 boxing? Who's fighting?
QVC. Well, with Gene, and then they're trying to
Oh,
get.
that's right. That's right. He's trying to fight somebody, right?
Well, yeah, but not like they're gonna get their bare knuckle guy, and he's gonna get a bare knuckle guy and fight. And I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. But it is what it is, So, Jim Terry is his name. That's right.
Dominic Calandra, you know what?
Yeah, this dog, great man. Saw him on Foss. I couldn't stand the guy. Dominic, what's up? Hey, folks, if you don't mind, because it helps get this moving, hit that like button. And if you're in the live stream, all you got to do is hit the X and then just hit that like quick. And then boom, hop back right on, hit the refresh. I really appreciate that. Helps get this moving. Thank you. And everyone I genuinely mean this, because I never ever put up a cash app, ask for money, or even when I say like and subscribe, that's even a big deal. The fact that you're just giving me the time means the world. So thank you all very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, people.
What's up, Loomis? What's up, crowd? What's up, Rodney? Stubber, what's going on? Hope
What's
you're
going on,
doing
Rodney?
good, Rodney. And hey, people, how big was the mob influence in the 70s when Times Square was like Sin City? You want to take that one, Brett?
It's huge. I mean, they ran the whole fucking thing. I mean, not only did they run specifically some of the sex and porn shops, or whatever, but they literally owned some of the buildings in Times Square. So they had a whole. I mean, you had a guy like, I don't know, let's say like a Mickey Zaffarano. I mean, he owned like fucking, I don't know, numerous buildings in Times Square. So these guys were like mini like real estate moguls too at the same time, right? They owned all the buildings, all the property in there, and then they owned the bookshops, the fucking the peep shows, you know, everything that was going on in there. And all families had like a piece of it. You had the show world, you know, Robert DiBernardo, guys like that. Joey Bikini, Mickey Zaffarano. You had Matty the Horse, had a lot of stuff around there. It was just so many people.
Yeah, Matty the Horse, Genovese, Dee Dee,
Yeah.
was in the porn and all that stuff. And it was 70s was like they were like untouchable pretty much, you know. I mean, that's like, and then in 85 though, was it 85 or 84? I think it was 85 is when they utilized the Rico. But in the 70s though, the mob was like pretty much untouchable. Like
Yeah.
that was, they ran everything in New York. Frank Rizzo, Loomis show. Loomis, how are you? I have some never before seen pictures of high rank and mob members that you might be interested in. Nice, Frank. Um, yeah, definitely. I'm interested in which way, like that to purchase, or because I don't purchase like with stuff like that though. But I mean, if I'd like to, I love looking at old history and stuff like that. I you know, I have some memorabilia though type stuff, but do you collect memorabilia, Brett, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, all types of different memorabilia, yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotta give you a
Like organized crime stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some.
Oh no, sure. I gotta get you. I should have one. No, one. Yeah, could get you one of these guys right here.
Oh,
Italian
fuck
civil
yeah, of
rights.
course. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, captain's pen. Thanks to Mr. Joe Buffalino, and definitely get you one of those. And over there, I have the record from the actual song from the Italian Civil Rights League.
Nice.
And
Fucking cool.
and then Joe has this pin though here, which is like great. This was Russell's. I'll show you it real quick. Where's it at? Because the boss is like how this one here, you know, there's three of them. One's just a circle. This one says captain on the bottom. I don't know if
Yep.
you can see on the bottom there. And then this is the one that Joe has. So it has the ruby, diamond, and emerald, and right there. And that was like, you know, Russ is the one that had all those made.
That's
for the league.
awesome.
Yeah, he was big. He was huge with the Civil Rights League, back in those days, back in that time. And Joe was there, Columbus Square. They all took a bus up Chapter 34 and all that. He explains it on the Buffalino page. You guys got to, if you have an Instagram account, check that out. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, Loomis Darty, Loomis, and then Dougherty. All right. So Brett Joseph Monte.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, he's going nuts.
Pasta patate.
Pasta
Potato.
patate.
I like Gene. I'm not gonna lie. I like Gene, not gonna lie. But the people like what they like, man. You know, he's Gene is definitely doesn't have a filter, and he's something else, I'll tell you that. Something else. How accurate is Goodfellas, Henry Hill's story, and Casino?
I can answer for Goodfellas. I can't answer
Yeah,
for
that's cool.
Casino. I don't know shit about Chicago, Kansas City, Nevada. I mean, I know very little. As far as Goodfellas, how accurate is the movie compared to what happened? Somewhat accurate. I guess it kind of depends on what part of the movie you're speaking of. I mean, some of the things that Henry Hill has said has never been corroborated. Um, Even stories like the kid Spider getting killed, and no one knows if that guy ever existed.
Well, yeah, his sister called Howard Stern crying though.
That could be fake. I mean, there's
Oh,
no.
did you ever hear that? Did you know that?
No, I know that. Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
who? But there's no
Yeah.
documentation of Michael Gianco being an associate or even somebody by that name going missing or any reports of anything like that. So I don't know how true it is. They never found any bodies in the basement of the Roberts Lounge. They never found any bodies in the backyard of Roberts Lounge. So I just got to go with facts, and I really don't know. I don't know.
Now, what about the heist though itself?
Well, I mean, as far as like some of the deaths of those guys, I mean, they kind of took different stories and put them into different characters, and like everyone didn't die that way. Let's put it that way. Like Carbone is supposed to be based on Angelo Sepe, supposed to be kind of
Mm.
loosely based. Um, Angelo Sepe never even died as part of the Lufthansa heist. He didn't die till 1984, and it had nothing to do with the Lufthansa heist. I think the freezer inspiration probably comes from the murder of a guy by the name of Richie Eaton, who they found in like some freezer truck. I think in East New York. That's kind of the inspiration for that. Let me think. I mean, but everyone else seemingly does die. Maury, we don't know. We don't know what happened to him. I mean, obviously he died. He was murdered.
Mhm.
He was killed as a part of that.
Yeah.
As far as Stacks, I've done a lot of work on the life of Stephen Stacks Edwards.
Yeah.
So if you want
That's
to
what I
learn
was
about
going to
who
bring
he
up.
really
Yeah.
was, they kind of made him out to be a dumb fuck in that movie. They kind of, I mean, which is fine. I mean, I guess it's not a movie about Stacks, so he's just a character.
But
Yeah.
there's so
So
much more though. They'll just show a guy walk in though, and you see him real quick though. But when you broke down though his life and like wanting though to work on that story, and like he's a great musician. You said
right.
something about Muhammad Ali. Wait, what was it with Stacks and Ali?
Oh, he worked. He was a bodyguard for Ali for about 4 fights.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, 4 fights.
And
Yeah.
yeah, guys, that's what's great about Brett's channel. Like certain stories he does, like if you Google like a name of or whatever, like it's just him, like that's gonna pop up. Like, what's the one story that you did? I remember where if you just Google it, like you're the only one that did a story on it.
I don't know. There's a couple like that because I try to do that a lot. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure. Especially a lot of that Goodfellas stuff.
yeah.
That's some of my highest viewed stuff because I've tried to do like interesting biographies on some of the guys that were involved in it. And I try to go to the places like inside whatever the Henry Hill Suite looks like now, or inside Robert's Lounge, or what it looks like now, or I go to all these places, and they do good. Those videos do good. They got a lot of views.
No, I mean you do fantastic work, man. I always said like your channel and OC Shorts and your channel are my favorite on here.
Yeah,
And
I'm just kind of outside all that though. I mean, as far as what people like with mob tube or mob genre, like I don't consider myself a part of it really.
oh yeah,
Um, I mean, I am indirectly, but I don't consider it. I don't consider myself the, and that's probably that's kind of, even though if you look at my channel and you see like I've done so much on New York City organized crime, some of those videos have, you know, 150,000 views, 80,000 views, 70,000, 50,000 views. I've done so many videos with thousands of views, bunch of mob locations, mob biographies on these guys, videos that no one has ever done, but I'm still somewhat outside it in a sense that, I am, I don't know. you know, the top people in the genre, I guess. You know, I'm not really acknowledged by them, and I'm not acknowledged by, I guess, the former mob people that are on YouTube. I'm not acknowledged as somebody who's done interesting things and who has helped out the genre. So therefore, I don't really consider myself a part of it, I guess. I guess that's what I'm kind of saying.
You see, MobTube to me is different though than like the
No, I'm
actual.
talking about the mob genre as a whole. I'm not even talking about
Okay,
MobTube.
gotcha.
I'm talking about all of it. Like, I'm not, and I don't care. Like, I'm not saying this in a way where it makes me upset. I don't really care because I'm going to do whatever I want to do anyway. But as far as like mob genre and all this stuff, like, I'm very much outside it, and some of it has to do with lack of acknowledgement from people that are, I guess, have a lot more subs than me, and then people who are formerly in the life. You know, you have these informants that have channels, and they'll drop a channel of some talking about some channel of some, I don't want to even name who some of these channels are. And it's like, really, dude? Like, what the fuck is that person done
Don't
for
even
the
get me
genre, number one, but on YouTube at all? I mean, it's just most of it is a clown show joke what some of these people do. So that's why I don't really consider myself. And even when I have the show with Frank too, like, I still, like, I just do what I do. Like, I never wanted to be like, I'm not trying to be accepted by anyone or trying to be given props from anybody, because, like, I'm just going to do what I want to do regardless. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really
no.
matter. But I'll comment on some of the fuckery and some of the stupid shit that I see. Um, you know, at the end of the day, like, some of the stuff that I've done for YouTube for that genre for this is pretty fucking timeless. It's stuff that, you know, TV has never done. It's things that places inside of places and outside of places and neighborhoods that no one in the genre has ever showed anybody. But still, it's just kind of, I'm still kind of an outsider, I guess. I'm on the outside, which is fine. I mean, like I said, I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. It doesn't matter. And I don't look, you know, like I said before, like, I barely look at the analytics. Like, I could look at my analytics and be like, oh, I need to be making videos like this because people like these videos, right? So I need to be doing this. That's what YouTube tells you, right?
Mhm.
Bro, if I looked at that once in 4 years, I'm telling you, like, I don't, that's another thing. Like, I just do what I think is cool. If I think it's fucking cool, I'll just fucking do it. I mean, I don't really,
Well,
doesn't matter.
yeah. I mean, you do it for, some people like might, like I always say, vicariously like live through it though. I do it though to I like it. It's more like just like a hobby, like a nice hobby though for me to do. Like and I definitely enjoy the lives and talking to the people and meeting like cool people like this and stuff like that in the chats. But not in competition with no one. I do what I do, and that's that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's why like now with the Loomis show, like I do like music's my number one thing. I love music. I like doing the music trivia stuff, all that type of stuff. But the true crime stuff, always I love it, you know what I mean? I love the history of it and talking about it. And yeah, I got caught up in drama and all that type of stuff. But even a long time ago, like when we would do like a drama episode and we'd get like let's say a lot of numbers, I remember afterwards I'd just be like, like
You
like I
feel
just
disgusting. You feel fucking dirty.
yeah. And it's like, you know, and sometimes people like, they'll throw comments at you and get you, and I'm guilty of it,
Yeah.
and they got me, get me going and get me all fired up and stuff like that. But, you learn a lot like after 3 years though of doing it. And,
Yeah, I'm also not influenced by anybody in this genre. Like, no, there's only one person in this whole genre that I've ever been influenced by. Well, maybe two. So that's also another thing. Like, I didn't come like Godfather Cali says. A Light started with the Mob Tube. Yeah, him and Gene are definitely. If when you look at like his history, they kind of. I mean, you had Jeff Canarsie years back doing it, but like really like making a show where it's like sitting down and they're in a studio with the mob stuff. Like, they're kind of the
well, it was
progenitors.
Alight and Felix Levine, and then Gene came
Well,
then
then
after.
Gene came on after that Vlad thing, whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah.
A-Light is kind of one of the biggest things. But I was maybe like two people I was actually inspired. Quentin Walker at Darkness Underneath. And then that kind of inspired me to like, because I was interested in the DeMeo story. That's kind of one of my favorite mob topics, and I saw that he was kind of doing this, like doing narrations and like voices like they would do on the old time radios and shit like that. And I got inspired by that. And then COVID happened, and I always wanted to do the documentaries or whatever. So, I started walking around filming shit, and then honestly, all this stuff came second and after to me, as far as like what Daylight and all these other guys doing. Like, I didn't really know much about what was going on with that.
Yeah.
And then Manny Grossman too, another inspiration for sure.
Yeah, Manny's definitely, he does. I mean, he made some history though too himself. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Though?
Yeah. I'll be on his show tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what time?
6 o'clock.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, Eric.
So if
well,
anybody, it's those two. I mean, and all these other mob people, like I don't really care. I don't give a shit what they do.
Eric, the red light district was all mobbed up. Eric, the red light, yeah, well, I know the red light district, but Eric, are you calling me Eric? Because that is my real first name. Or is he saying Eric Big, the red light district was all mobbed up? I don't know everything out there, so. But like what you were just saying though, Brett, what happened with me was, I was battling with addiction, and I was watching like some of the shows, and I would just be like, well, that's not right, and yeah, that's wrong, and and I'd like leave a comment and stuff, and then I was just like, I want to start doing this, because I had a show before, which was the Loomis show, like a long time ago, and I like back in 2014. And I was talking about Whitey Bulger, and my buddy is playing guitar. It's actually 2015, because that's when Black Mass came out. And then I kept screwing up and having to go away again. And then I started like right after, I think it was 2022, like the tail end of COVID, like right around there, I started though doing it again. But as far as like you're saying, like influenced like by like, whatever, like no, like I was more trying to figure out exactly the truth of like what was like, what was what. Like,
Right.
like that, like instead of like people's just saying their narratives, I was always wanted to know the truth. First off, the Whitey Bulger story was always that one I known for like so long, and obviously with Russell Buffalino because I'm from the neighborhood, and I'm friends with the family, and doing that. So that's a big deal, though, obviously to me, just because it's like a hometown passion type project. But as far as like I don't know, you'd be like, yeah, like influence, like did someone like motivate you to go towards the mob, or do you mean like you're like what do you mean like you're saying that like there was like no mob channel that like influenced you? You're saying like to be like, oh, I got to start doing.
No, everything I did was like I didn't really realize what was going on. Like everything I did was organic. Like I didn't realize that this whole mob thing was like brewing. Like because you got to remember, like not that you forgot. But I started like making content in like May of 2021. That's when I started uploading. Now, some of those videos and stuff I'd done at that time are privated or deleted from my channel, because I was like really early on walking around. My phone's shaky. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Or like the narration is really bad. So at that time, like that's when things were really starting. A lot of channels did start popping up, but what I was saying was I was not inspired by the whole mob tube thing growing. I was more inspired by like a Quentin, who's like an outlier, who's another one who's just kind of like an outlier who does his own thing. He has one topic that he covers. Like I was inspired by that, and then I was inspired by just wanting to like document the streets and walk around and stuff, and then finding Manny Grossman too, because that's what he was doing. So yeah, what I'm saying is just that like my inspiration was like organic, and me wanting to start the channel was completely organic. It wasn't trying to piggyback on anything anybody was doing. I mean, till today, one of those videos that I filmed and did a documentary on like over 3 years ago, it was my highest rated video. It has nothing to do with the mob. It's my most viewed video.
Well, I was just gonna say NYC Crime Spot, though. It's not just like mob, like it's
Right,
NYC
right,
crime. You know what I mean?
right,
Doesn't
right,
mean
right,
and the
right.
same with me, like the Loomis show, that happened accidentally in my bed. Like what happened though was that it was from on Facebook, and a bunch of people though, were just like bickering back and forth on Facebook. So I made a video just saying like, hey, instead of people fighting on Facebook, why don't just box, blah blah blah. It was like a funny video. I was like in like my backyard and stuff like that, and then
Right,
my buddy Rich is like, dude, why don't you just start a show called the Loomis Show? And
right,
we started doing that. But then it started like getting like say like around here, like like
right.
newspaper like came over and did a story on it.
That's
What I
cool.
was doing was the local bands and local artists and like are from around here,
Right,
and that's what I started off with the music, and then talked a little bit about I talked about UFC, talked about the only mob stuff I really talked about was Bulger at the time when we were doing that. But yeah, there wasn't like a channel though that I saw. I was like, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, this and that. I was just more fascinated with the history, and I just have fun doing it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's
And don't get me wrong either, for anyone listening, like for anyone that knows about YouTube, like I know like I'm at like almost 31,000 subscribers on NYC Crime Spot. I know to some that people that's a lot. I know like that's not, I'm not getting a fucking plaque anytime soon, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I know in the grand scheme of things, like 30 something thousand subs, like that's something I'm personally proud of. But I know, like, I'm not talking like I'm fucking breaking the mold on YouTube and I got hundreds of thousands or millions subscribers, so let's get that out of the way, please. But yeah, just wanted to say that.
yeah, but I mean, but you're doing no way. And look at me. I mean, I don't have anywhere near that, but I still like it's
Right. No,
and
I
I
know.
don't
I just don't want to.
and I did that's why even I was just saying though, like even like when I say like all you got to do to support the channel is like and subscribe, I started saying they don't even got to do it. Like if you're given time, I'm happy. Like it's like wow, someone actually wants to watch. Like that's
Yeah.
cool. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
I'm not in competition. I'm not in. You know what I mean? Like so
Yeah.
subscriber count, this and that. Oh yeah, it's cool and stuff. Don't get me wrong. We're just seeing it all going up, or if you get numbers and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I just have fun doing it.
Yeah,
Or,
and it's
or
not easy. Listen, it's not easy to get people to subscribe. It's tough. It's tough. People don't want to hit the subscribe, whatever. I can put out a video and get fucking, I don't know, 70,000 views, but you think I have 70,000 subs? No. So
no,
it's like, it's just like people don't want to subscribe, which is fine, I guess, whatever. But yeah, it's tough. It's a tough little business.
see, I don't even know. Look at it though, like a business. If you don't look at it like a business, and like if it's a passion or something, or if you just love doing it, then I just think it's a lot more fun, and then you never let down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's both. I mean, I look at it as both, but I guess the reason why I would say probably the reason why I don't go like super duper hard on getting too much into like the YouTube analytics and worrying about what everyone else is doing and going like super fucking hardcore with like the TikToks and whatever is because I also have a job, right?
Well,
So I look
yeah,
at it that like I have a full-time job and I do this and I'm running 2 YouTube channels and I guess I look at it as like a side hustle there. I mean, I really don't know. I don't have I'm fucking busy enough as it is, and I put, a lot of work into both channels now. So and I work, like I said, a full-time job. So I guess that also plays into it also, where it's like I don't have to depend on YouTube. I could turn the fucking laptop off tomorrow and you guys could never see me again and I'll survive.
yeah.
I mean, I do get extra money from doing this, which is nice. I get an extra paycheck a month. And it's nice for sure. But a lot of it is passion and wanting to do this stuff. Because if I don't, who knows? I might fucking jump off the Whitestone Bridge or something. I gotta
Yeah, like
I
if you
gotta be
don't want,
creative, I gotta be creative and fulfill my creative side and just like do that.
yeah, no, I completely understand know what you're saying. I mean, I don't make anything, so you know what I mean. So It's, accept this though. Thanks, Ro. I
Thank
really
you, Ro.
appreciate
Shout out,
it.
Ro.
Shout out to Ro. Thank you very much, Ro. Really do appreciate that very much. Um, but yeah, no, it's more like same with music. Like, like I love playing music. Like I know it's not like, okay, now I have to, it's passion. And
Right.
that's how I look at it. And I can't even imagine though, just you know, having to survive off of just like you died. Well, first off, I'd be done. Like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta
Right.
work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or I'd be done. But yeah. So I think once if you get caught up in that whole like, like you just said, the analytics and like comparing this or that takes the fun out of it. Like if you're just loose, have fun and do your thing,
Well, the
then
thing is, like that pays off for many people. Like, because you'll notice a lot of people have like similar thumbnails. You'll notice like there'll be like 5 different channels where all the thumbnails look the same, where the host of the show has the same shocked look on his face, like he's ready to fucking receive a load into his mouth. He's got his mouth open. He's got his mouth open. He's like this. And you'll see 200,000. You'll see 200,000 views on that video. I mean, there is certainly a formula to do it. Once again, I'd rather be where I'm at than copy and look like I'm taking a load of my mouth on a thumbnail next to another guy. They all do the same thumbnails, and it's a very successful formula. But it's not something that I want to be involved in. But I get it. I get the formula. I get what's going on. I could see it. I could see who's copying. I could see everybody is making money and getting popular off kind of doing the same things. We could all do that. Everybody in the chat room could give that a shot and see how that works out. Some of us will be successful with it. Some of us won't be. But guaranteed some of us will if we did do that. I have no interest in doing that. I don't like that stuff. That shit is mad annoying to me. It's almost embarrassing. I find it actually fucking pretty embarrassing. Like DL said, the clickbait formula. There is a clickbait formula that works very well for many people.
yeah, but if you're throwing up though clickbait though, I mean, wouldn't you rather though people don't like your stuff though for like what you're doing than to throw up a clickbait and it's not even what it's talking about? Like a
They
channel
do
I
that a
watch,
lot. They do that a lot.
and it's like that's full false advertisement. Like I mean, I don't know, it just like would lose like respect though for it. Like usually if I put something up, it's something that happened though during the show or what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And it works. I'm just making fun of it because it's funny to me, but I'm also letting you guys know that it works. Like, I'm not saying it's bad to do because apparently it works for many people. Because they look at it solely as a business because this is their job. They have to rely on it. So they have to get the formulas. They have to look at the analytics. They have to look at text placement on a thumbnail. They have to look at, all types of shit. The only thing I worry about sometimes is like time and stuff like that and bold letters and stuff like that. I worry about that. And they get 200, 300, 400, 500,000 views, 500 to 1 million subscribers. But like, I don't know. I just, I'm with it. I don't know. I just don't like it. The shocked face thumbnail is huge among reaction channels. Yeah, Pete D said it's huge among reaction channels and a lot of podcasting interview channels too. The shocked face. You said it a lot nicer than I did, Pete D. The shocked face. Yeah.
yeah, taking the load of the mouth.
You take your load to you. That's
what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, there's people on a thumbnail that are like
no, they're so shocked, and you should be shocked for the content that you're about to watch. That's how you know it's some serious content.
Yeah,
when the guy is on the thumbnail with his mouth and his eyes wide open, ready to take a load in his mouth, that's how you know that the content you're about to watch is going to be fucking exciting. That's the formula, and that's fine. That works for a lot of people.
Oh, okay. I got
That's probably why I suck, because I don't do it,
Why do you say though you do? Like, why do you say you suck? Like, are you kidding me?
I don't know. I should probably have more subs.
More subs. You have 30,000 subs. You get 100,000 views on videos. And you're on my show. I get 300 views if I'm lucky on a video.
I don't know. I mean,
I mean, do you understand where I'm coming from?
no, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ, dude! Like, like, I never even hit 1,000 on a video. So, I mean, I don't know.
I guess
I'm
it's all
not.
perspective. Yeah, I mean, I know. I get it. I get it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right, Godfather Carly. Darkus is great. Actually, he just needed a better microphone for
Yeah.
some of those
Yeah.
shows.
Some of it's bad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You,
True
Brett,
that.
what you just said though, like with the phone and stuff like that. I remember like that's how I started. I remember my one buddy's like, because I was waiting to get like good equipment. He's like, just work with what you got, and like
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I worked with what I got too. Yeah. 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 Till you figure it out somehow, and then you just try to get better.
yeah. And then over time and stuff like that, and then now I got everything that I need. I got this camera here, everything like that. But I'm also doing something else though, besides like the YouTube stuff. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just like doing it. And if I hit 1,000 on a video one time in my life, that'd be great. If I don't, well,
You've hit
whatever.
1,000 on video, plenty of videos, no?
No, what are you talking about? No. Lives, lives.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Gene one, you have like 7,000 views on that thing.
Well, yeah. But then though, if you look at all the other videos though, that's because it was Gene. You know what I mean? So
I
there's
guess.
but then I had a guy on though who was talking about addiction and saving lives and this and that, and an actor, and that got like 101. But I'm just saying, like meaning like if I do a video, even if
Right.
it's a lot, like look at the Buffalino videos that I did, we got like 300.
Yeah, it depends. Like YouTube, like it's like reading some kind of algorithm for you or creating something, and I don't know. It's hard to get out of it. It's hard to get out of like what they've set you up for, kind of. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, what's up, bro? I'm a mod on Crafty's channel for the last year, and here been helping send a bunch of stories we covered and overall finding everything together. Love your content. Thank you. That's Brett. That's Crafty's is the channel that
That's
remember
the Canadian guy, right?
the Canadian guy. Yeah, he's great. I love what he does, the way how he breaks things down.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, my man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, people from Canada that been coming in though are great. Eric McGambley. It is rumored that in the 80s that none of the families would go near Hell's Kitchen until they realized Coonan had his hands into everything.
It's rumored that in the 80s, none of the families would go near Hell's Kitchen until they realized Coonan had his hands into everything.
So you're basically saying then that Mickey Spillane, then they want to go in there like until Coonan had his hands on everything?
That all happened in the 70s, by the way. That whole
Yeah.
Coonan, that Gambino alliance with Coonan. I mean, that was in the 70s. I mean, Mickey Spillane was murdered in May of
May 13th.
1977.
Yeah,
May 13th, 1977. Friday the 13th of May, 1977. Mickey Spillane was murdered.
My birthday.
Yeah, wow. But yeah, so I don't know. And before that, they were getting Mad Dog to fucking whack all of Spillane's guys.
Yeah.
I mean, before they finally caught up to him in Woodside and blew his fucking head off. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, probably before the 80s, maybe Eric, maybe even before that, they maybe in the 60s. I don't know. I'd have to really
they
look
made
into
that
that.
alliance though at Tommaso's though with DeMeo and them. And
Correct.
but the rest of the Westies though, the Westies were, well, first off, they got that name from the newspaper articles, but they were
right,
bunch of partiers and just crazy, like off the wall. But Jimmy Coonan though was like, he wanted according to TJ English's book, the Westies, like, he was wanted to be Italian. A lot of the other guys were like, not having it. And like, then the story is like Mickey Featherstone was when he was in there with Tommaso's, he looked right at Paul Castellano, and Castellano was like, "Here, do you want another plate?" And Featherstone's like, "What? So I could be a fat fuck like you?" Like that's how they were. And then they did that whole thing. They're like at 3 o'clock. They kind of do it in State of Grace. if we're not out of this restaurant by this time, but the rest of they're all fucked up on drugs, doing whatever. They were just nuts. Like, like they weren't very smart. It was just more they were psychotic, you know what I mean? And look how many people Featherstone. I think he killed 3 people. He always got away on insanity, and then got
Yeah, I
out.
mean, I actually came into some rare Westies photos recently that are not published that I'll show you one day. They're pretty cool. And actually, yeah, so if you guys go to my channel, I filmed inside Tommaso's. I did a food review. We went into the room where they actually had that meeting. I made sure to do that for the channel before Tommaso closed. And it is officially closed, Tommaso. Last I've been told by somebody in that area that it is no longer in business. So if you guys ever want to see where that happened, where that meeting happened, you go check it out. Check it out, people.
Yep. And I know Ro put up though your page, and also it's in the description, folks. Both of his pages are the 2 pages that are in the description. I'd even put subscribe to the Loomis Show. They're both Brett's, so definitely check them out. Here's my man B Luke.
What's up, B.
Salute.
Luke?
Salute to you, B Luke. And RIP. I saw a video. I was helping out to my pops that you put up though today. And RIP though to your friend. And very sorry, but this guy here, man, what he does is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Like what he does is like what I like, helping others and just trying to change life, like that type of stuff I love. And
Good. Yeah.
and I'm not sure, B Luke, if you came from an addiction background, I forget or anything, because I don't want to like say that without knowing 100%. But I did, and like that's where the Loomis Show really originated, was when I got clean. When I started in 2015 and then came out in 2017. I remember because I was on the what do you call it? The fucking WBRE news thing, did the interview thing, and it was more for like, trying like to help people, get sober, and nothing to do with the money. I don't do this for money, obviously. I don't make money on here. So, I just really enjoy though doing it. And that's that. But be Luke though, guys, subscribe to his channel. And he has like an in-house stay, like his studio, man, is awesome. Like it's in-house, and I like it, like the whole setup. Like I don't even think he does streams. He always has guests on, like it's
Nice.
almost like it has like the David Letterman type setup. But I love it. I love how his the whole thing that he's got going on. Thank you very much, my man. I really appreciate that. Look at this, Brett. Remember I was telling you before if I could ever, and then all of a sudden now people are
617. How does one donate? I'm not saying it's bad, it's good, but how do you donate 617? Like I gotta go. Like when I donate to a channel, it's got to be like $3.99, $1.99, $5.99. Sometimes people do these like numbers. I'm like, how do you do that?
well, maybe he's rounding off like whatever his balance.
Must be an
goes.
Apple thing. No, I think it's an Apple thing where they don't let you.
Oh, well, I'm not complaining, even if it was just
No.
17.
I'm just saying. I wonder, like, because I've
you,
tried to
my
like
friend.
do shit like that. I can't.
Thank you very much, B. Luke. And keep doing what you're doing. And folks, that's another fantastic show right there.
Thank you, B. Luke. Appreciate it.
Check out Mickey DeMeo hit on Mickey's Splain on location on Woodside Ware in Queens.
That's right.
What Eric McGambley, like that guy who dances around in Michael Myers mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who's that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Someone's dancing around with Michael Myers mask on.
I guess somebody's doing content with that.
Yeah. Well, I
don't know.
I would assume that though, because
That's cool. That's better than taking a load to the face. I mean, I find
well,
that.
yeah, because it's 8:10 p.m. and that was written at right. I'd say you said that about that. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I get off on that. People running around doing crazy stuff.
Here's a good man right here, DL. How are you, my friend? Great to see
What's
you,
up,
buddy.
DL? Yeah, he is good. He is good.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy. Pete, what's up? The shock face thumbnail is a huge among reaction channels.
Load face.
To me, though, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I did like a reaction to like the penguin, but I couldn't picture on myself being like, I just put fucking the penguin reaction. Like, I'm not gonna like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like,
You don't have
I
it in
can't.
you. Neither do
I
I.
can't. Like what you just said. I do what I like. I like. I don't do anything forced. Like I have to do like what I like. Like the greatest.
Right.
Like the great analogy. Like the band Metallica, for example. They're like when we used to play real hard constantly. What these fans have to understand is like they're not writing music for the fans. They write music for themselves, and if the fans love
Right.
it, and they love it. And the reason why their music changed over time is because they're growing as individuals, and you know it's
Right.
going to sound different as they grow as individuals.
Yeah, people
And if
just
the
want the
fans
same.
like
They
it,
get nostalgic for the same shit,
yeah. And if you're trying though to do something though to that's not really in your heart or anything, just to please, it's people, the people pleasing type thing. Like it's not going to work out as good as something that you just like you said that you just do organically,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And I don't mean maybe it'll work out financially or whatever though for you or whatever, but I'm talking though work out as in like what you really don't want to do and how good you want it to come out. Like I don't know. But me, definitely with YouTube, definitely not in it for money or anything like that whatsoever. And I can't wait till the day I hit 1,000 on a video.
Like those nut jobs rubbing glue sticks on a microphone.
Like those nut jobs rubbing glue sticks on a microphone. Where's that? Got two tables and a microphone. I don't know why that just came to my head. Eric Salvatore, Dominic, hey, my friend, thank you for having us as guest Friday night. We had a blast. Salvatore Asutera, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for being here. What else we got? Godfather Cali, well said. It's a good marketing tactic if the content is entertaining. No, Pete, I get that. I just can't picture like myself though going like this, like you know what I mean? Like it's just it's tough. It's tough. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, like but yeah, like I hear you, and I'm not putting anyone down though that does do that.
No, it
People.
works. Well, I mean, yeah,
If
I
it
think we're
works,
both
it works.
saying that it
Great. I'm
works.
not a hater. Like I want people.
Yeah,
I want
no,
everyone.
we're both openly admitting that it works.
People need to be tricked into watching something. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. And I guess like if it's a, I just I don't look at it for like we've been saying like the money. Like okay, what could money aspect? Yeah, I'll call you up. I'll be like Brett. I never get any views. How like is there? Am I doing something wrong or whatever? This or that. And then you're just like, nah, like when I told you about the tags in the description, like you were like, oh, I didn't know that. And I was just like, oh, really? No shit. Like, and that's proof right there that, you just, put your
Yeah,
stuff
you
up.
taught me something the other day. That's like, I didn't even know.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me, but I just see it though on other people. So I
Right,
figured
right.
throw it out to you. I need some more of you beautiful people to hit that like button. Just do it. Thank you, Ro. But you have to understand though, too, pal, like where I'm coming from. Uh, I mean, where you're killed, like you get a lot of views, subscribers. I mean, I can only imagine the number of views that you have in the millions and all that type of stuff. So
I don't know. I have some video, I probably have like a 500,000 video worth of views privated on my channel, to be honest with you. And those don't count in the numbers when you look on my channel. Once you private it, then those numbers go away.
yeah. All right. I thought I just saw my man. Did I just? There he is, Crafty. What's going on? Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for everything, my man. I really don't. That video yesterday, man. That was awesome. I really thank you, though, man, for doing what you're doing, and that thank you so much. And this guy right here, both of his channels, definitely subscribe to. You'll like his content. Boots on the ground. at the
Yeah.
end how you put up
I
on
think I
that
might have.
video.
I think I did subscribe after. Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm telling him though to subscribe to both of your though channels though because like how he at the end though with Goodfellas when you put that up and I like what you said at the end of that piece, Crafty. I'm not gonna get into it now, but exactly. But all those places though, like in Queens and all that stuff though, Brett has videos up of like going in and I mean down to the point where he talks about stacks and all that stuff, and it's just great. Was Mad Dog Sullivan in on Tony Banana's hit? He said that in a documentary on
Not
mobsters.
that I know. Was he? I don't recall. If he was, I don't remember.
Yeah, he said though that he what do you call it though that he killed that he's the one though that killed him, but then they must have done something afterwards though.
Yeah, like stuff like money in his ass or something. They stuff
Yeah,
some shit up his ass or something.
because Angelo Bruno.
Yeah, exactly.
Detroit Siggy from 1933 to 1963. There are 83 mafia related bombings in Youngstown, Ohio, making the Mahoning Valley dubbed Boomtown, USA. You guys ain't tired of the same NYC rats?
I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that really.
But let me just take another read at that again. From 1953 to 63, there are 83 mafia related bombings in Youngstown, Ohio, making the Mahoning Valley dubbed Boomtown,
Right.
USA. You guys ain't tired of the same NYC rats? What do you mean
I,
tired of? Like tired?
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
how to answer that though either. Just being honest, tired of whatever. I'm not.
I mean, I
I'm not a
cover all
fan.
types of stuff on my channel. I mean, I don't know, but
So do I.
like
Yeah,
I run the New York City channel though. As far as what goes on in Ohio, I mean, I know with like Danny Green and all that stuff.
yeah.
I'm not well versed on it.
That's what I wanted to do though for the longest, is to go out though to Cleveland though and hit that up though, and with Danny
Right.
Green and that whole entire what was it, John Nard? I
I mean,
forget
somebody
John.
should do it. Somebody should do it. Like what I do with New York City.
I don't do anything with New York, so
You
well,
know,
you live there.
somebody in these other states, like they should do that stuff. Because I have so much to do in New York City, organized crime and non-organized crime, that I really don't have time to pay attention to. I mean, I pay attention to like the famous serial killer cases, famous mass shootings, and all this. But as far as like intricate history or mob history from like Ohio or whatever, I don't have enough time in the day to even. I really don't.
I'm
But I did
definitely
like that movie. I like that movie, the Catch or Kill the Irishman or whatever.
Kill the
The Danny
Irishman
Green.
with Danny Green.
I thought that was good. If it's, I
Yeah,
don't know how much true it is, but I thought it was a good movie.
yeah. No, I enjoyed it too. But the whole story though is also fascinating though, too. I mean, they blew up his fucking house, and he's just sitting out
Yeah,
there, and
yeah, yeah,
he's on the news. He's on the news with no shirt, and he's like at these mafia magazines, and he's just sitting there at the Celtic Club, and they're all sitting there together,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like not even just the movie, like he like in the like he really did that. Like that's
Right.
ballsy as fuck,
Right.
you know.
I guess what I'm saying is like it's not something that I would cover because of the manner of which my channel, the type of content that I put out. But I wish that more people who lived in these other areas would make their own crime spots, like Cleveland crime spots or whatever, and just like go to these places in other states, because I find often that a lot of people that are interested in the mob content are often asking people that cover a lot of like New York tri-state area stuff to cover these other families, to cover Cleveland, to do this, to do that. But it seems like the people that are from those states have no interest in doing it themselves. I don't know what that's all
Which is
about.
odd though. You would think though that someone though would though, like at least
I
one,
would.
like yeah, because you have so much that you could cut in New York. You know what I mean? You're in New York City. I mean,
Right.
that's just a different animal. And
I mean, if,
yeah,
yeah,
no, I
if
hear you.
somebody could really go in and do all of that stuff and take people to those locations, unless somebody has done it and I just missed it. I mean, I don't know. I told
No, I
somebody in
really.
the past to do that. I said, yo, you got so much things. I forgot what state he was in. I was like, why don't you,
What'd you say? Who was
whatever.
that?
Nah, I remember I was speaking to someone a while ago, and I was like, I don't remember. But it was somebody in another state. I was like, you got so much shit that's happened. Like, why don't you like start doing it in your state or whatever? Obviously, they don't take my advice, but whatever. I mean, I just think that whoever lives in those states, whoever's out there listening, you should do it.
Well, that's why I do what I do with the
Right.
Buffalinos.
There you go. Yeah. Perfect
I mean,
example. Perfect example.
the black there and the freaking the letters from Sharon, from Frank Sharon to Angelo and stuff. That's the whole project that I'm working on. Like, like why wouldn't I? That'd be you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I understand now where you're coming from, no Sige. I thought you know what I mean, but I completely understand. But Brett has a great valid point too, though, that you would absolutely think that someone though would do that out there, especially Brett, if they're out there, because Cleveland, I believe, is like 6 hours away from where I'm at. I'm in Pennsylvania. So my point is, you're all around in New York and stuff like that. If you're in Cleveland, they're pretty far away from everything else. Like that's how you would think they would definitely do that because they're
Right.
limited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Carmine, how are you, my friend? Great to see you.
I mean, I
Carmine
thought
has
about starting a non-New York City channel or where I just cover random things. I thought about doing that before. Now I have the channel with Frank, so it's just like now I really have no time to even do that. So
that. I mean, that is though a good point, though, man. Though you would think there he is, Kevin Wilson, my man. Guys, in the video section, actually, the first video that's up, though. I mean, I do a lot of other videos that though aren't up at the moment, but the first one that's in the video section, check him out, Kevin Wilson. Great. He's from Queens, Brett.
is he
And
from Queens? Where in Queens?
yeah, yeah. Kev, what part of Queens again are you from? If you don't mind writing that in. But he's down in Florida now. He's an actor. He's doing great and
Wow.
just a great guy. I talked to him a lot, and I had a lot of respect for him. What the hell is this? Oh, another fat bald Sicilian. How you doing, my friend? Great to see you. 88 pound. Great show, guys. Thank you. Master of Puppets, Fade to Black.
All right, so Ozone Park, you said. Cool.
Oh, so that's right. That's right. Yep. I remember I was doing a live and I jumped over to the other side of my desk and I just played like the middle of the Master of Puppets on the piano, to boom, 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 like literally like a minute of it, and it freaking like God, like that's weird that you can't even like play covers even like on YouTube, or
Yeah, I know.
they'll
It's fucked up.
they'll nail you. Unforgiven 1, 2, and 3. I love 1. I like they're all great. The guy that dances around. Oh, wait, the guy that dances around in the Michael Myers mask gets like thousands of views. It's effing ridiculous. Does that ever piss you off though, Brett? Though, like, is that like you know what I mean? Like, we're like if you're like working to like real hard, and like you see someone that just puts on a mask or like makes the cum face, like he's already O face, as they say, and like they just
No,
you
I
know what I
like
mean?
that. I like no. See, that's where I get all weird. I like when people do, and as long as they're not like, I'm not a fan of like bothering people in public because I think like the old like lighthearted like public prank shit is gone. I think people are just going too far with that with the prank shits in public. But
Yeah, I don't like that.
when people do dumb ass shit and they make money off it, I'm actually pretty amused by that. Like I'm not a hater at all on that. I find it pretty funny. Like when they had like the NPCs on TikTok, like they would sit there and like make faces and do like stupid shit, and people would just pay them. I'm like, wow. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
no, listen,
funny.
I watched one night I watched a family watch Wheel of Fortune on TikTok. They literally were just sitting there watching Wheel of
Yeah.
Fortune. And I saw like their money. I was like, holy
To
Christ.
me, that's funny.
Yeah. No,
taking a load on you in your face in a thumbnail and then pretending to be smart for the 3 hours while you talk to someone else. That's not entertaining to me. That's pretty boring. But people like that. People like to watch that. I mean, it's not for me. It's not for me. I'd rather see somebody like fulfill their moronic destiny and make a lot of money. Like, I love that. I love when people get famous and make money for stupid shit. I've always been about that. I think that's American. I find it very funny.
very
I'm very
American.
entertained by it. I really am. The other stuff, like the pretending to be smart and you put your fucking face on the thumbnail with the shocked look, and you have a fucking deep conversation for 3 hours. At least some people think it's deep. I'm not into that. Like, I don't like shit like that.
I'm not gonna say who, but I think I know who you're talking.
There's like 7 of them, but it works. Like I said, like we already established, it works. But it's not for me. Like, I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't. I just I don't know. But I have to find like old pictures of myself that I'll just put them up. Like if
Right.
I put my, you know,
I mean, I'm even tired of like conversations. Like, I watch like the same podcasters that have interviews, right? The
yeah,
same ones I've been watching for 5, 6, or 7 years, right?
yeah.
But there's like thousands of them. I'm even sick of like interview shows like that are just solely just the guy in the studio talking to another guy. Like, I'm even sick of that. Like, I can barely watch that. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I can barely watch it. It's like 10 people interviewing the same person. They all get their shot to interview that same person. It's like, all right, watch what I'm going to bring to the table now when I talk to this guy. Then the next guy's like, oh, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to the same guy you spoke to. And then there's another fucking guy. I just talked to the same guy that you fucking spoke to, but I'm going to do it this way.
Well, like a Bill Maher style, or like
No, it's just like fucking people like on the same fucking channels interviewing the same people. It's like
I
one
thought you
person will
said
go on a fucking interview tour, and it's like on the same, like 7 fucking channels interview the same person. Even that I'm getting sick of. Like, I'm getting sick of watching people talk about shit. In studio, that is. But let me ask you something. Don't you think that's a little like there's some talent to it, like when you're really good at it, but don't you think like that's kind of like, I don't know, like how much talent actually does go into it?
into what? Just interviewing?
Yeah.
I
Where do
mean,
you put that on the talent spectrum? Like, okay, I'm a guy.
I see that. Yeah.
I'm gonna rent a studio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a mic in front of myself. I'm gonna maybe pay some other guy to come in to sit down, and we're gonna have a conversation for 2 hours. And that's my show. At some point, like, what's like the talent meter there? What do you think the talent meter is on something like that?
It all depends. I mean, some people are a better conversationalist than others, and
Okay.
but when
Okay.
it comes down to interviews, uh, I think that it's definitely a lot of. I tell people on here, it's not as easy like as it looks. Like that's what you just said is what Joe Rogan does, and he's huge.
Yeah, but he's an innovator. I mean, he's been doing it for 12, 13 years. That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, but talent, like actual talent, I think it takes. I don't know.
I'm
You
not
know
saying
what?
it doesn't. I'm asking you. I'm not saying like where do you place it on the
No,
where
I'm
do you
thinking.
place it? Where do you place it on the putting in work level?
Compared to like something like where you were actually doing
Or
walking around.
anybody, anything else,
No,
or
I'm
somebody that
using you
carries
for
someone that carries a show by themselves, or somebody that narrates documentaries, or somebody that even drives around all like cities and all over the city and shows people stuff, or whatever it may be. Like, where do you place some guy who just never leaves a chair and just talks to somebody? And I'm
I
not
don't
talking
know. I
about the
don't really.
OGs. I guess maybe this is a pointless conversation. I was just trying to think what you. I think Penn State guy. He says right there, yeah, he's getting sick of watching the same people being interviewed 100 times over. I guess what I'm talking about is saturation, oversaturation of an idea.
Are you saying
The,
like the
the
same?
idea is podcasting, right?
Yeah.
And one way of podcasting is interviewing somebody. And
Yeah.
if there's too many people doing it, then it becomes oversaturated, and it becomes filled up with too many people interviewing the same people. Is what I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah, but for me, I'm totally with you on that. If it's the same people, I want to see I want to see someone different,
Right.
and I don't want to hear the same stories over and over and over. Like
Well, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
okay, now I got you. Now I got
Right.
you. Okay, yeah,
Then I
no,
ask, with that being such a fucking problem, then you got to question, where does the talent lie in even doing that? If you're all doing the same thing, is what's kind of what I'm asking.
then if that all right from the podcaster itself or the person to go in the like on the interview
I guess
tour.
because it's become so easy to do it. I guess is the point.
Yeah, but talent though, like I don't know, not very high. Like
The
I mean,
bar is
like what
pretty.
do you?
I'm saying the bar to entry is pretty low, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Now, I'm
what
not
I mean.
shitting on anyone, but I think the bar to entry is so low. That's why we're getting so many of the same interviews. That's why
Yeah,
you're getting a lot of like hustlepreneur, real estate mogul wannabes, interviewing mob guys. That's why you got like 10 channels that are like that, which I like too. That's funny. But I think that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens.
A vegetarian has a better chance of winning the Nathan's hot dog eating contest than Nadu and Bernstein have. Real sources. Let's be real. Oof.
I don't know about either one of their sources. I will say that I believe Bernstein said he talks to like. Listen, I could be saying this wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said he talks to like 7 Genovese guys. I don't know how true that is. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. I would think that if you were talking to 7 Genovese guys or 7 made members, it would probably be in your best interest not to go on YouTube and say, "Hey, I'm talking to 7 made guys."
exactly.
But everybody does their own thing. They handle things the way. Do I believe knowing Nadu a little bit? Do I believe that Nadu actually has talked to some people? Yeah, for sure. Does he have a couple of people he talks to? Yeah, I believe so. Is it Bernstein 7 made guys? I don't know. I can't. I don't know if I can vouch for something. I don't know. I really don't know. But then again, I don't care. I don't care. Like I don't care what mob guys are doing at this moment. I don't care to talk about it, I guess I should say. Doesn't hurt that 12 of them live fucking around me, but I just don't really want to talk about what they do like day to day, or who's stepping up as a consigliere, who's fucking captain,
Oh yeah, no,
who
never
just got
talk.
out of prison and is a fucking
Yeah.
captain now. Like, come on, I really don't care. I don't give a shit.
I never once talked to anything current or anything like that. I don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like mob news. Do you know that this is going on with this kid I would be like feeling like I'm jamming someone up. Like, why the fuck would I go on camera and fucking say something about someone that's doing I'm talking current.
Listen, you have a guy like, and listen, somebody was giving me shit for like making fun of this guy on the Frank Fiordolino show that we do, 52 Topics. The guy that he mentioned, Bernstein. I mean, and I'm not talking shit because you can't talk shit if I'm telling you guys right now what he does. I'm not talking shit. I'm stating this as a fact. When he talks about a criminal, because that's what they are, they're all criminals. When he talks about a criminal stepping up into a new position in a family, he congratulates them. Talks about how hard they work.
Yeah, God.
Congratulations. He's done such a great job with the family. He compares criminal organizations to sports teams. So when you start doing stuff like that,
Oh,
and I'm not making fun because that's
no, I know you're gonna listen. Come on, man. Am I allowed to laugh? Can I laugh?
No,
Fuck
I'm just
you,
like I
Mark.
find it incredibly bizarre, and the
Yeah.
idea that nobody else does is crazy to me. But I know that other people do find it bizarre.
Yeah, well, I
But
saw
the
him one
idea
time.
that like you would
God.
sit there and congratulate a criminal for stepping up his stepping up in the world of criminality is pretty bizarre. You know what it reminds me of? If you ever watch The Warriors, right? You have that woman on the microphone, the black woman, the one that did Carmen Sandiego on same woman, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, they're like, the baseball Furies are coming to town, baby. They're facing off with the Warriors tonight. You know, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Like, those Warriors from the Bronx are coming. You know, some shit like that, wherever the fuck the Warriors are from. You know, that's what it kind of reminds me of. You know
Well, let
that
me ask
lady.
you-
I mean, that lady's fucking great, by the way. She's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, Warriors. Come on now. Exactly. But can I ask you
But,
something?
you know, the lady that talks. I mean, that's kind of what it reminds me of.
How does he get away though with congratulating people though that are you're talking about like current activity, right?
Yeah,
Obviously.
like if a guy got out of jail, right? Or he got word that a guy that was a soldier is now a captain, he congratulates them for doing that. And this is a guy who he's done a lot of journalism, has wrote books that I like Mafia Prince, or you know, he's been involved in so many TV things, and like he's apparently a respected guy. I guess he's done a lot of work, but why would you do that?
Yeah, like, but my point, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, by the way, congratulations to so and so for becoming a captain. Doesn't that but that's like telling no authorities though, right there, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if the feds don't know that already, maybe he's getting it from the feds, but he says he talks to like 7 main guys. So, I mean,
Yeah, no, that's real bizarre though. All I know is I saw one thing though when he was on a couch and he was talking about stuff up in Springfield, and I was just like, no, that's not like that's not the case. That's not the case. That's not the case. And
right.
you know what I mean? But you know, I don't know who his sources were though or
I
whatever.
have one that I was using for the channel now. People started like getting mad. Let me see if I still have it. No, I don't have it. No, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna try to find it. All right, maybe I don't have it, but it was
But real quick, Middle Village boys here. What's up,
so
CG?
anyway, I'm not gonna keep shitting on the person, but I just
No, you're
you know,
not though. But you're making no
like I think
doubt.
of like Gary Capisi or Selwyn Rab or even like I don't know, an Anthony Stefano or something. I don't think they would ever do that.
No, a Selling Rab. Okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying though. But Selling Rab, like they're legitimate. Like he wrote Five Families. And Capisi of Murder Machine. Like that's different. Like they're authors of like stuff though that already went on. But to congratulate, if I found out like right now, like let's hypothetical that there's still criminal organization going on in my town, and I come on the computer and I'm just like, I'll just so you know, guys, Bernie so and so, let's give him a hand. He just became a captain. Like, is it he does that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Why would I make that
Like,
up?
no, I because it's
He's stepping up. Let's congratulate him. Yeah.
so he's a fan then of the
Well, he was
mafia.
talking about the Colombo crime family recently, he was talking about what's his name that they said had taken over was motherfucker, man.
Don't even say. You don't even.
Whoever it was. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
knows who it is anyway. We used to be married to Big Ange on Mob West, but he's done such a great job, great job with that family. I mean, everyone is just rave reviews about what's going on over there. Rave reviews about what's going on over there. That's weird, dude. I don't know. That's fucking weird to me.
Loomis, you should get dressed up like a baseball fury from the movie The Warriors.
That's weird to me, guy.
I might do that. I might do that, Eric. I might do that, my friend. No, but Brett, like I'm asking you, you got it, Crafty, my man. But what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that to me doesn't make I don't know, I don't get it. Like you're telling like if it's supposed to be a secret society and you're saying this and that, like
Wouldn't they
Right.
get pissed off at him for that?
I would think so, but then again, he lives in Detroit or something.
Yeah.
So what are they gonna do?
Figure yeah, true. Never mind.
And they ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit anyway. But
but you're saying though, like he's not though, just like he's saying though who it is, but you're saying he's like he's like great
dude, I
job.
swear to God, Penn State guy, he seems to know what's going on.
Yeah,
I
that's my
swear to
buddy.
God, dude, he congratulates them. So listen, he's stepping up. We want to say congratulations. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't make that up. He does that all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm just yeah. Penn State guy's from same exact town as me.
He's stepping it up. We want to congratulate him. We're getting rave reviews about how he's taking care of the family, and everyone's really happy about what's going on over there.
You go, dude always looks like he's smashed on Babania. All right, here's the sources. Birdseed source, George Anastasia, Dave Schratweiser from Phil, that guy for Philly stuff, and he gets a lot wrong. Well, like I just said, I saw one thing of him that he was doing, and I was just like, I remember I was almost ready like to comment. I was like, no, don't comment because he was talking about it's out in Springfield, and I was like, what is this guy talking about?
Well, let's do another one recently. Rocafort, right? Gambino guy. He said something about him recently. I don't know if he said he was going to become a captain or whatever, and he referred to him as the Rock of Gibraltar because his name is Rocafort. He's the Rock of Gibraltar. He's this, he's that. And if people like that, that's fine. I'm just saying that I just find it strange. I don't know.
I'm not. I mean, I'm 100% with you.
I'm not a fan of congratulating criminals for advancing in their criminality. Like I find it bizarre. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just
I already was DL. I got a captain's pin. I'm already captain, my man.
That's even if what he's getting is true. Let me just say that. But if it is true, why the congratulations? Pretty fucking bizarre if you ask me.
Dave Bernstein. Yeah, that's what I don't understand though, is first off, I don't understand why even say it, because you could get just someone jammed up. And secondly, it's like, congratulations though to so and so for becoming like a captain or like for like that's very bizarre. I'm not whatever. I don't mix words. That's bizarre. From what you're telling me, it's bizarre.
Yeah, I'm not making that up.
No, I know you're not. But does he have like a big following or something? Or do people watch him?
I mean, yeah, he's got a nice following, but he's a journalist before. Like, he's a news guy. He's on TV. He writes books. Like, he's like a journalist. Like, I mean, he's been around for a long time. But some of this YouTube shit is just fucking weird. I mean, I don't know.
Have any victims of families that were destroyed by mob families ever contacted either of you?
I'm friends with Stax Edwards family, the Edwards family. I mean, I know them. They're victims. I went out of my way to track them down, though. Have I spoken to any other victims? There's another one I've spoken to. I won't say who that one is, though. But yeah, I mean, I have spoken to them, but more so it's me reaching out to them for a reason or another. Like Stephen Edwards, Stax Edwards family. Yeah.
Yeah. I love though, man, when you were like talking about that and figuring like how you're like, there's so much more to the man than like you just see real quick and good fellows, and that goes probably with so many people. And I like how, are you still working? Are you still trying to do something with that?
Yeah, hopefully so. I gotta, I gotta get back to his nephew. He hit me up a couple of days ago. Yeah.
And if he's really talking to guys, they could be feeding him BS bullshit.
Yeah, they could be feeding him bullshit. They could be feeding him bullshit that maybe serves a purpose. They want something out there for whatever reason. It could be maybe to run divert attention into another direction.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. His sources are made guys, associates. Maybe his sources are federal
But
agents.
could I just say something though? If I'm putting myself in his like let me wear his hat for a second.
Yeah,
If I'm going up and if you know anything about the mob or know anything about criminals, they're coming up and telling me this,
right.
I would immediately be like, I wouldn't no, I'd be like, no, this is like take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's
Taylor says Bernstein's current work with Novatoka is really good in my opinion.
well, that's the journalism of it all. I mean, that's journalism, right? He's talking to, I don't know, I think that guy's like what, like the first guy to flip over there or something like that or whatever. I guess a high profile guy at some point, but yeah, that's fine. That's the journalism. But when he's not doing that, what is he doing? Congratulating criminals for being criminals. I just find it very weird. It's really, I mean, I don't
Look at that. Congratulations, criminal. You are worthy to excel to the next level of your shit baggery.
know.
Like, yeah, I mean,
But I'm not
I'm
into talking about recent stuff or wanting to know what's recent. Like I said, I have a
yeah.
bunch of these guys that live around me. As a fact, I have no interest in existing in my neighborhood and being, being the guy that talks about what people that live around me do or whatever. It's just like I have no interest in doing that.
Brett, you also go live from your phone and have an open chat. I actually think those are great.
I
Yeah, I do
started
that
doing that
too.
because of Loomis.
Yeah.
I did another one the other day.
Yeah, dude. You know what's crazy? So I was on here doing a live and I didn't when you go like on the phone and then like because it's completely different. Like when you go live on there, like it can what you said the live that's on top, so many different people, it just floods. And every time I get off, those like will get like 1,000, but that's just like, but on here, I think what's when you're going through StreamYard, when people hit that YouTube live on top, I don't think StreamYard's like connected though to it. It's
Doesn't seem
completely
like it. Doesn't seem like they promote
no.
it. It doesn't seem like they promote it. Yeah. That's what it seems like to me. It's not promoted as hard.
Are you saying like right here, like when you were talking about before about like same interviews 10 times over get sold? Like if you put someone on like Michael Francis or someone like they heard him like a bunch of times. Is that what you were like referring to before?
I guess so, yeah. But that
Yeah.
that's even outside the that's in the comedy podcasting world. That's in the crime world. It's just fact of life at this point, where a lot of these channels are interviewing the same fucking people.
Like you're saying the same exact person, same type of people.
Same exact person.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, no. Well, after you see it though, like, well, I mean, how many times can you? Yeah,
It's a problem. It's a big problem in the comedy podcasting scene. I'm noticing where like these comedians, they have to do the tour and they have to do the same 7 comedy podcasts, and it's just like holy shit. Then you got to decide which one you want to watch if you want to watch any of them, and it's very weird. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird.
Kevin Wilson. We had them gone for 2 hours, Loomis. We had them gone. I'm trying to think, Kevin, what I forgo. I'm trying to think what you're talking about because so much is being said, and forgive me. I'm just trying to because I'm trying to catch up with the chat. NYC is making the point of the same interview 100 times over. I'm trying to smarten myself up in technology and how YouTube works, but I've been planning on a Cleveland/Seattle channel for a while.
Good.
Yeah.
Should.
You made a great point, Brett. Like, I mean, like, why wouldn't anyone know? Like, because you have so much, like, right around you. Like, if someone is out there, I mean, that they're limited. So you would think that you would absolutely see it.
Exactly.
New York stories are played out.
Back in the 90s.
The talent. All right, here we go. The talent is in getting them to answer tough questions others won't ask. Well, that's not. I don't think that's talent. I think though that that's more. Some people like they cater to people too much, right? So if you just like don't kiss ass and just be direct and just you know what I'm saying. No, I guess you could say that takes a talent, but a little bit like more balls. But a lot of people seem to like, you know, like they'll say something though, like you know about some, but when someone's like right there, they act different or whatever. I'll ask anyone anything. Like I really like I don't care. I mean, well, you know me, Chris. You know, but I'm just saying I wouldn't call that like talent. Like talent, there is talent though in like, you know, how to conduct like an interview and like how and there's better doing I would say that there's better people at conversating and conversationalist than others, I guess I would say. But
Oh
also
yeah,
too,
yeah, for sure. I agree. I agree. Yeah, definitely. I
Loomis,
can
you
agree
should
with that.
Lomas, you should reach out to bad boys of hockey enforcers and interview guys like Bob Robert, Chris Knuckles Nylon, Din Dummy, and Dave Hammer Schultz, etc. Yeah, I'd love to, especially I'd love to interview Chris Knuckles Nylon, all those guys. Dave Hammer. I thought you meant the wrestler at first for Dave Schultz, but you're talking no hockey. If you guys know, Dave Schultz is the one that was killed. What was the hell was the name of that movie? Uh, where they live is right around here, not around here, in Pennsylvania though. And the guy, what's his name? Steve Carroll played him. Um, for the wrestling like Olympic team, and they had him up in the farmlands living there, and he fucking shot him. Crazy shit.
Oh, the wrestling thing.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the.
Yeah. I forget what it's called too. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, now it's gonna bother me. So I know what you're talking about though.
Well, there he goes. Only talent is not being afraid to ask tough questions and challenge rats on their lies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't,
Well, even when I had Gene though on though, when I said to him no straight up, I said, "Yeah," I go, "You signed up though for that and this and that." Like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like I told him, and I even said, "I'm like, just so you know," I go, "Gene, I'm not afraid of you. Like I'm not. Like just, I'm not. Like that's why. Like I don't get fanboyed out by all these people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?"
Yeah. No, I
And
mean, I'm the same way.
I'm just doing an interview, and that's like you know that's the way it goes. And
I'm the same way.
it,
I don't really get certain way just for talking. I mean, sometimes I think it's cool that I talk to Pete. I mean, that fucks me up sometimes, but that's about it. Like, I mean,
well, that's I mean that's like a story though that you're you know that you've been
right, right,
you know, into for so long and stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, that I don't know, like we all put our pants on the same. At the end of the day, we're all just,
right,
you know.
exactly.
Has Junior agreed to do content? You guys would be great together. Hmm. Oh, Dominic, legend. I got to check out Dominic. So Dominic has a page.
Foxcatcher. There you go.
Foxcatcher. That's it. That's it. Thanks, Brett.
Duck said it.
Oh, I'm still up in the middle trying to catch up. He's open to it, but we are men of a certain age and we would be lost without the proper education or help. Okay, here we go. Ever since Granny killed Frank Cowley, I can't take this shit serious. But that wasn't even a mob hit though either. What content guy Brett is he talking about doing this? Ella, what? Oh, this is probably before. What time did you write that?
I
Hold
don't know.
on.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I can't even think of. There's a lot of them. Oh no, he was talking about Bernstein. That's what he was asking about.
Oh, got it. The
Yeah.
baseball Furies dropped the ball. Good, I'm caught up now. Ducks in if he's really. I need some more of you beautiful people to hit that like button. Thank you, Ro. No channel yet, still learning. Got him. Just jump right in. That's the best way to do it. Just jump right in and then start talking. And
Like, so I took like, I was on I didn't do this like, so Brett, you said like with the talent, and I'm not saying I'm good at this or anything or good at interviewing anyone at all. I'm saying though that when I was away though from doing this though for 2 months and then got back into doing it, it takes you, you know, a little bit though to get back in the rhythm of how like, comfortable and like, get back into the rhythm of it, like when you step away from it for a while. So, you know, I don't know if it's talent, but it's repetition and all that. I mean, think about it. Me and you are just having a conversation, but at the same time, like I have to read like all these comments and stuff like that. I'm not bragging or nothing, but I think like me playing the piano's harder.
Yeah, playing the piano's hard.
Like that's harder. Like,
Yeah.
but talent though is yeah, there's just I don't know. I think the interviewees, it's all about charismatic. Like if someone's charismatic, that's still not like talent, but people will watch them because they're charismatic. People like certain other people because they're for the reason why they like them. It's just the way it is, and we have no control over that. So that's why
I just believe mostly anybody can do it, and that's why it's so saturated.
well, yeah,
Not
and look at
everybody can fucking play piano. Not everybody can play Major League Baseball. Not everybody can be an actor or a musician. But basically anybody can do what we're doing right now.
yeah.
That's what I mean, maybe too.
No, Jenny. It's so like my point being is though, like me, for example, I'm not the best interviewer. I'm doing it though. I just like doing it. So other
Yeah,
people
yeah, no,
probably
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying like something about it maybe bothers me. I don't know. And it's not you. It's not you for sure, because you don't do a lot of the things that I see, but I don't know. But I don't like
well,
to say because then people think it comes from a place of hate. Like, because I don't hate. I believe anybody should do whatever they want to fucking do. Like, I don't care. Like, everybody should fulfill their destiny or whatever they think their destiny is. But I do see a lot of oversaturation in certain markets in whatever the fuck this is called.
so you're not though telling me then you're not talking about me. You're saying I don't do that old face.
No, you don't take a load to the face, and you
Just
don't
fucking
you don't
around with
you
you.
don't interview the same people that all the other channels interview.
No.
I just like a variety. Is my point too. I like a
Yeah,
variety.
that's why
I like
now
a
I'm
variety.
doing Canada. Now I'm all about like, learning stuff about Canada and
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
And
Right.
then like, moving it around and shifting and
Like you
not
got
having
guys, yeah, you got guys that talk about history. Sometimes they'll interview somebody. Sometimes they'll do a live. It's like a nice like mix up, right? I like that. I like
mix it
that.
up. Yeah, you say the same thing though over and over.
I
I mean,
like
it's
that.
got to get monotonous after a while, no?
I mean, not if you
Brett,
mix it up.
No, I'm saying if you don't mix it up, it's got to get monotonous. Exactly like what you're saying. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, yeah. Penn State. Yeah, I've been there for my channel twice. Last time for the Tommaso video I did. You could see exactly where that happened. I included it as part of that upload when I went inside Tommaso. And I did it about 4 years ago on my channel, but that video is currently private because after I had it for a while, I decided I didn't like it anymore, so you can't watch it. But you could watch it on the Tommaso video I did, going inside Tommaso, which for some reason, let's just again, like YouTube demonetized that video. A fucking restaurant tour
Why?
with a food review talking a little bit about criminal history, they fucking demonetized it. So the video was growing so fast, it was getting thousands of views. Once it hit 10,000, it fucking flatlined. And that's, to me, is a historical video. I'm inside the fucking restaurant. I take you to the room where the meeting happened. I show you the other spots around, Jimmy Brown Social Club, next door. I mean, everything.
Why though? Do you think though? Like, what was there a reason? Why
Fuck
would
if
it get?
I know. I don't know. Maybe I said something. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You all right, man?
I
You
don't
seem
know.
a little. You all right?
Yeah, why?
You seem a little aggravated, to be honest.
Well, it is aggravating because, you could have fucking, Fox News or corporate media can come on YouTube and fucking talk about how 17 kids' heads just got fucking blown off yesterday. But that's okay because they're a corporation. They make money, you know? But like smaller content creators can't talk about something, you know, historical and maybe, you know, give somewhat of a graphic description of something, not sexual, just like a crime or whatever. I understand the sexual stuff they don't like, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, anything that they like demonetize videos for is the same shit that like the corporate media can do and get away with. That's what I don't like. Like they're
Yeah,
on there
no, I
every
hear you
fucking
though.
day, you know, talking about
And
some bullshit.
well, yeah, and like freedom of speech and all that type of shit though. And like, what's the worst thing that you could have said in that restaurant though that made it though?
I have no idea. I really don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. It's not the first time it's happened to me. Sometimes
like
it
I
happens like fucking months later. It'll happen like fucking 7, 8, 9, 10 months later. It'll just come up with a fucking yellow dollar sign demonetization. Explain that. That's crazy.
the limited, the yellow dollar where they limit
But
you
like 7, 8 months later, 9 months later, how's that? That's
because
crazy.
like because maybe you're could be getting reported on by someone who sees it later on because that the yellow one's being limited because of the language
I
probably
know,
or
I know. I think people report my shit then. I have no idea.
that's weird.
Crazy.
That's weird. And
Crazy.
like, because they don't think though about the time though, like that you take though to actually get out of your place to prepare to set it to go there
I
and
know.
do that. People just see it real quick on and then they're just like, oh yeah.
And I know, yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's jealousy. Maybe it's jealousy to be real. Like
Right.
maybe like, like if you're doing a historic thing and someone else sees that, there's a lot of people out there like that.
It's just yeah. No, I know. I know. It's all right though.
But that's just unfortunately that's the way how the fucking cookie crumbles and how the world is. And
But yeah, that's just the way, you know, the way it works, the way YouTube goes. I don't know. Thank you, Penn State.
no, I wasn't talking
Trademark
about that.
infringement. No, there's no trademark infringement.
I was
I don't
asking
do
him
that.
just in general. I wasn't talking about that situation, Chris.
Go to Eric McCambie's. No, there is no trademark infringement on my channel. I don't take people's content. I don't do that shit. I don't do that
No,
reaction shit.
definitely not. Definitely
I
not.
don't take
But
cum
like I
shots to
just
the
said,
face
he's
and the
one
thumbnail and react to people's shit.
you actually have stuff though where if
No.
you Google, it's only him that does it.
Yeah, it's all original content.
Yeah,
I don't steal
absolutely.
people's shit. The closest I come to stealing is using like archival, like daily news photos or whatever. But YouTube doesn't come after you. Getty Images don't even come after you for that. They don't care. They generally don't care about that stuff.
Nah,
It depends what level you take it to. Like you're not going to make a Hollywood level Netflix documentary and use those photos because they know Netflix is, you know, they're going to have to go through the steps. But no, I don't use people's music. I don't use other people's content. All the locations you see on my channel, 99% of the time is stuff that's filmed by me. So that's not what it is. It's just like sometimes you'll say something and they won't like it. But I know what I can get away with. Like people say you can't even say fuck. You can't even say it. I do that shit all the time. YouTube doesn't care about that. It's just the way you do it. It has to be the way you do it. You know?
yeah, that's why anymore. Like, I love how you do because it takes a lot of time, especially like your documentaries, like when you're showing photos and talking, and like with the music and stuff like that. Though that's why anymore I'm just I know I guess you could get like it's called YouTube Music and put tunes up, but I'm just doing my own anymore. This way, then you don't even have to worry about it, and then maybe people will like it because that's my dream is to just my dream is always to be like invisible, and at the end of the movie, it's like music by Eric, you know what I mean? Like film
No,
score
that's
type.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That gets me in trouble now because sometimes, like, what I'll do is I'm using like what's supposed to be fair use music from the editing programs that I pay for.
Yeah.
But like every once in a while, like that program will like lose the right to use that music. So all of a sudden I get roped into that and sometimes YouTube will pick up on it, and I'll get like I can't monetize it. It'll be like and once again, it'll be like months later, you know, it'll be like many months later, like they'll fucking demonetize it over a song that I was technically allowed to use. So that's the only like trademark shit I'll run into, but it's not nefarious at all. It's not like I meant to get over on somebody or something, you know. It was in the editing software. It was in the program. You know?
Yeah, I know, my man. That's why anymore I'm like, I'll just whatever music I'm using, I'm just gonna whatever I play. Because I mean, I could see fucking if like if I ever got copyright shit for something I'm playing or something like that, that would just be ridiculous. But you know what? It might be, Brett. It might be. Yeah, you get it. You put up a video, but then after a while, maybe then it might change to like a licensing thing, and
Right.
then you don't know. So it's like.
I know. That's the only thing that sucks. But whatever, I deal with that. It's all right.
I get comments deleted all the time when I talk about big pharma.
Yeah, that could either. So there's two reasons for that. That could be deleted
Clown
by the
Loomis
person.
sits around. He sounds like he has shit in his mouth. Michael
Give me that.
McCall, fucking jag off.
That's a block. Yeah. So that could be DL that either YouTube is holding those comments and the person that runs the channel has to approve that comment, or they're deleting it. Yeah, it could be either one of those things. But yeah, either way, yeah, they don't want you to talk about that. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if it has to do with the big C. The COV.
And then like the hour, if you're talking about like the V's, the vaccines, you know?
Right, exactly. Shit like that they don't like, for sure. Yeah.
So what are you doing now though? Like what's like, do you have anything in mind of like, any like working on or?
Yeah, I mean, I got locations planned that I'm going to do. I'm going to do more of those food reviews, and then I'm just working on Frank with the channel with Frank.
So the food review stuff then is that Frank
No, that's Crime Spot.
Crime Spot?
Yeah, sometimes sometimes they are attached to a crime scene, and sometimes they're not, you know.
Political question. Uh-oh. Great show and topics, boys, but what did you think of the two bosses in the Oval Office on Friday?
Well, Zelensky, I don't know. I think that I support ending of any war is always good to me. I don't care how the fuck it happens.
Yep, I'm with that.
I mean, I'm anti-war to the extreme, so I really don't care how it happens. If that little fucking dancing reality star actor from Ukraine has to get fucking bitched out in front of the world, that's fine. I don't care. I just don't want people to kill each other anymore. I think that war is so fucking stupid, and I'm tired of it. I'm sick of hearing about it. Sick of people killing each other. I know that sounds very simplistic, but at the end of the day, if you could stop people from killing each other, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I think that was a great answer right there. Thank you, Dave. So I like to check out though, man, these food reviews though. So what's the joint you said that's open right by the Gemini Lounge though, where they used to get pizza? That's still open, right? Remember when I was gonna come
Oh,
out
that's
there?
Lenny and John's. Yeah, that's Lenny and John's. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about
Yep. Yep.
Zelensky needs to tread more careful because he has no chance without Trump.
Yeah, I don't know what to believe with that anymore. I don't know what's going on over there. I just don't trust. Listen, don't get me started. I don't even want to talk about it.
I just put up the comments, my man.
Yeah, that's why I don't talk about it, because I start going down these fucking crazy paths. So
Yeah, and I think though what you said though, just you're all about whatever to end it,
Well,
know
there's
what I mean?
people that have interest in keeping these wars going on. You know, it's very profitable. It's very profitable. So
Right on. Great show and topics. Great show, Loomis and Brett. Wow, man, we already were on over like 2 hours, my man.
crazy, right? Crazy. Oh, there you go, DL.
That's crazy. That actually, yeah. Thank you so much, DL. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Good man right there. Not
Siggy,
because of
what is
that.
the weirdest and strangest story you ever researched for mob families? 4 mob families. 4 mob families. We should rent out the Gemini and play. You know, I had reached out to them before to do a tour. I was even going to donate to them for their church, and they
I
didn't
know.
get back to me.
It's crazy.
They didn't get back to me.
Is it true? You'll know this though. Like so, like the tub though that they use and stuff like that. Dracula though, like like that's where he would bathe.
You lived in that apartment, yeah.
Yeah, so he would
Yeah.
bathe though in that same tub. Like, yeah, I mean that's
Oh, yeah, that's where you would take a shower, yeah.
it's a little
Crazy, yeah.
yeah,
You would think, right? Sick,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
Jesus.
weird guy, Dracula.
And then yeah,
He,
nobody really.
you know, I'll tell you about him if you want.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, he was a guy who was born in Italy, actually, in the 1920s. He comes to the United States, whatever. But you know, he had been into well, I mean, everything I'm going to tell you is not even in that book, to be honest with you. But
no, I know. Go ahead, though.
so he was just into a lot of different things coming up, gambling, rings, all types of shit. He had gotten arrested once for this scheme. He was like the OG, like framing men for like sexual stuff. He got arrested way back in the day for like, they came up with a scheme to like frame some doctor on some like sexual extortion shit. That it was like him, a girl, somebody else, and they like tried to frame some doctor for like, you know, like sex crimes. He got busted on that. He had some gambling charges. In 1970, he was involved in bank robbing, and he gets into a police chase out on Long Island that ends up with him flipping the car that he's driving with these 2 guys. They all flip in the car. They make a run for it. All of them get arrested. During his trial, I guess they realized right away that he wasn't really playing with a full deck of cards. I mean, he was like doing self-harm, let's say, for YouTube purposes, self-harm to himself, you know, like cutting himself.
That's what I.
At one point in the trial, he threw like a water pitcher at the judge. Very uncooperative, very nuts. And he went to jail for a few years before that. And then he appears living in that apartment. I think he goes to jail for a few years for that. Probably around 75 or 76, I think. He appears around that crew and then moves into that apartment at 2084 East 41st Street, I think is the official address for that apartment, if I'm not mistaken. And then, from everything we know, he then gets involved in some of the unsavory activities that happened back there. Yeah, crazy
That guy.
stuff.
Yeah, he.
Hey, did you see this fucking guy that's doing the AI to make shit? Now, I don't like fucking AI, but the thing that this guy made was so crazy.
No,
He even put Pete the Pick in it too. I'll tell you what to type in YouTube if you want to share it.
yeah.
I actually got to email this guy. Check this fucking shit out, dude. This is like, I gotta find it. Hold on a second. I'm subscribed.
Yeah, I'm just setting up though the YouTube on because I don't have that tab up.
Dracula was DeMeo's cousin. Yeah, that was his cousin. Inside Man wasn't that good. Yeah, it's a fake story, Penn State. That's why it's a fake story. Fuck, what is the name of that thing? Hold on, people.
Brett, you're talented with the impressions. I told you already you could do a freaking faceless channel, and you wouldn't even know though it's you.
I thought about doing that stuff. Fuck.
So there's an AI thing with
And Pete the Pick is in it too.
no shit.
That's what blew my mind. I was like, this guy actually put Pete in this shit?
And you don't know what channel it is, or
I followed it, but I just forget the name of the channel. If I find it, will you play it on your thing though?
I'm already like, I know you could see me, but I can't even see you because I'm on YouTube right now here. So
Okay. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I really want to find this because I think you guys are finding
No, you're good. I'm just actually wait. Yeah, I could just boom. I'll just go back over to the tab whenever you find it.
Okay.
Inside Man wasn't that good. Yeah, it was not
Okay, I got it.
I'm with you on that, Chris.
All right, go to Google. My bad. Go to YouTube, type in TROUT, Trout.
All right.
Trout House TV.
Trout House TV.
And play the one that says Gemini Method. Bro, this is like the best use of AI that I've seen. I actually got a little fucking chill watching it. I was like, yo, this is fucking sick.
The Westies short for Gemini Method. Okay.
Yeah, go to the Gemini Method and share that. This shit is fucking. I hit this guy up. He's like, yeah, email me. I want to know what the fuck he's doing because.
Brett, do you know what the rules are with this? Because
no, you're fine, dude. You're fine, dude. You're fine.
But don't you have to at least say though the channel and like
well, you are. Yeah, Trout House TV. This guy's not even monetized. You're fine.
Okay, I'm just asking you.
Plus, I'm shouting him out. I mean, I shared his channel to my page. I'm trying to help the guy.
No, I understand that. I was just making.
Fucking, hopefully he wouldn't say anything about this. If he does, I mean, then it's not a good way to be. But I don't think he's like that. I think he's a nice guy. I shared his shit. I got people to subscribe to his channel.
I know. I was just asking you, my man.
But yeah, shout it out. Trout House TV. Everybody go over there, subscribe. Trout House TV. He's got 4 videos up, and the first one he came out with was Gemini Method. He's the one that told me about it.
Trout House TV. So, because I can't see you now, so do you see it on the screen?
Yeah. Just you could enlarge it, right? You could like make it full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check this shit out. This shit is so cool.
Trout House TV. Here we go.
Well, you muted it.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I gotta go back. Holy shit.
You see all these people? If I had 2 9mm on me, I could kill all these people in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, probably you could. Probably half of them, maybe more, would die of a fucking heart attack once you start shooting.
Early this morning, when you knocked on my door.
Check out Pete.
Early this morning,
Newark Harbor there.
When you knocked on my door. And I say, hello, Savior. I believe it is time to go. a day. Walking side by side. Me and the devil. Walking side by side. And I'm gonna see my man till I get satisfied. See, don't see why. And you dog me around. Say, don't see why people dog me around.
Yo, that AI shit was better than the whole fucking Inside Man fucking movie. And I was so happy that he put Pete in it. We sent it over to Pete, and he was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "I thought that was me." I was like, "It is you, but it's a fucking AI."
That's freaking crazy, though.
There's a Westies one on there too that he made.
I know. I'll put that on. I don't care because I don't even make money on this. I can't though monetize though because of the song that they use.
Yeah, no, whatever it is, yeah.
Well, no, but you said before you're like, no, you're fine. Like when that song played though, I say no, I can't monetize this right now. Our chant.
Maybe I forgot that the fucking song was on it. Well, you know what you could do? You go in the studio after, and they'll remove it for you. You ever know that? They'll mute it out for you.
I don't really care. I mean, I don't make anything, but I'm saying, I'll go back to it here. Trout House TV, right?
Yeah, Trout House TV, yeah. I just thought it was cool. I mean, because some of the AI shit you see is like really bad, but like somebody said, that looks like a video game. Like I could see like a whole entire like you making a whole thing, you know, fine tuning that a little bit and like getting like something pretty cool.
Yeah, there's another song there, but I hold on. Wait, where the hell did I can't even find you now? Wait, where the hell happened here? Oh, I actually bumped. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that was Jimmy Coonan, Penn State guy. I don't know why. I mean, I guess if they made a movie, it would make sense that Jimmy Coonan would make an appearance in it. Yeah, but kind of weird to just throw him in there like that.
All right, so you can't see this, could you?
No, I can't see nothing.
Yeah, but see, like the tab's just totally gone. Like I don't know, my fucking laptop. Like usually up on top, where's my StreamYard tab at? It's just you know what? Let me go like this. Minimize. There it is. All right, I'll figure this out. Okay, let me go to present, share. So after this show, though, Brett, I just don't put on monetization, right?
Yeah, just let's see what happens. Maybe it might work anyway. Let's see this one though. I don't remember this one as well as the other one.
Yeah, I know. But if I get one more strike, though, my channel's gone. So
you're not gonna get. You don't get strikes for that.
All right, ready? Could you see it?
Hey, Mickey. Long time no see.
That's Roy whacking Mickey Spillane. That's funny.
Yeah.
Stupid.
great.
The Billy Beatty. Some weird shit, right?
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Trout House TV.
Yeah.
How long is that? How long have they been doing that for?
A month, maybe? Not that long. I don't know who it is. I mean, he gave me his email if I wanted to hit him up or whatever, but
No, I'm definitely
I
subscribing.
found that pretty cool. I found that really cool. Really
And
good.
I'm not even like you said with the AI type stuff though, but that was awesome.
Yeah, it looks like a video game. Like that's pretty cool. Anyway,
Conan Rand, New York. Eric McGamley.
I don't know about that, but
They didn't run New York. He the Hell's Kitchen area,
ran
and
kitchen. Yeah.
then when he and the Javik Center and it was all so the Westies were really involved with the Javik Center and all that stuff. And DePaul wanted to get into with that, and then Roy,
Right.
yeah.
But listen, if you called up Roy one day and said, "Listen, pick up every single fucking one of them," they would have been gone in a week.
Yeah, but imagine this town in particular said the best. He's like they both are insane, like crazy crews. Them together, that's just madness.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. There's just more of them on the other side, the DeMeo side. The real name is the 596 Penn State guy. Yeah, he actually had the right name there, 596.
DeMeo, even like when I guess I think I think it's in that book right there. God, boys, when I was reading, like to go out, they wanted to put a hit out on Roy, and there so many people around, like you just said, like so many people would always be around them. Like what you said, like they would. So you're saying the DeMeo crew would knock out the Westies in a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree with you 100%.
Like a 1977 Roy DeMeo crew, 78. A 1978 Roy DeMeo crew. I mean,
and the Westies were like more like they were always fucked up too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like they're right there, like their guards down.
I mean, in reality, you'd only have to kill like 2 or 3 of them, and the rest of them would fucking retire anyway.
Jimmy and Mickey, boom, done.
Yeah, I mean, what is Billy Beatty gonna fucking go at? I'm gonna kill that to man. No, they're not gonna do anything. No, they're not gonna do jack shit. I mean, so how big was Roy's crew? Let's put it this way: when they got indicted, they indicted like 20 something of them, and a bunch of them had murders on them. I mean,
yeah, but they indicted 20. That doesn't mean though that's only that doesn't mean that's the full number. So there was probably others that were, you know what I mean, that were still around.
I mean, like the core crew. You could name so many of them that had bodies. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy.
Like I said, if you take like a 77 or a 1978 DeMeo crew, I mean, you're looking at Gemini twins, Henry Borelli, Roy himself, Harvey Chris Rosenberg, Danny Grillo. And then you had other people that apparently caught bodies with them. You can go Dracula, Anthony Nino Gaggi, who's in charge of the crew, who was catching bodies with them on a couple of occasions. That's actually his crew, right?
Yeah, that's who I said to you before we did the show. I was like, "What can we talk about, Nino?"
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I
because
mean,
Nino, I don't know, he seems very interesting character,
right, right.
and
And
he
then you get Vito Arena, Broadway Freddie Denomi. These
yeah,
are guys with numerous bodies under their belts. So that's like 9 guys or 8 or 9 guys I just told you, and they all have bodies under their belts. Then you have peripheral characters who, like a Paul Dardal, a Paulie Pinto, or some of these other guys that have bodies. They threw like 4 or 5 bodies at Pete. They tried him for 2 bodies, Pete the Pig. They tried him twice for a double homicide, but police have him on connected to like 5 or 6 in total. That's what they say. So just a lot of death, a lot of murder. But Anthony Nino Gaggi, yeah. What about him? Yeah, sure.
like so no, because like I was watching, so I saw an interview on Ross's thing. It was like an extra scene, like footage that didn't make the movie Lynchpin and Bensonhurst, and he said out of anyone though that he ever saw or whatever, though, like the most real gangster and scariest of them all though was Nino. Now he could be saying that because I mean he grew up in the house, so Nino had a huge influence on him though, but like the epitome of like a gangster's gangster, and just like think about it, man. The guy who broke his nose, like he waited how many years later and fucking
Right. Well, Nino was a real gangster, so much so that
yeah,
you really don't know much about him. You don't know
that's
how many
why.
murders he might have done, or you don't really know. I mean, he goes back to shit. I mean, I think he's another guy born in the 1920s, I'm pretty sure. And he's apparently his cousin
Yeah,
is his father's cousin is Frank Scalise, who's a guy who goes back to the fucking beginning of this shit, not the beginning, but with the commission and everything. I mean, he's a guy who was boss for like a year before Mangano, Scalise. He goes back with all those guys. I mean, that's just Nino Gaggi's cousin, apparently. So he's under the tutelage of some guy like that. I mean, Scalise ends up getting murdered 1957. He gets murdered at a fruit stand in the Bronx. It's inspiration for like The Godfather when he gets shot at the fruit stand in the movie, So apparently they took inspiration from actually Scalise's murder. Apparently Anthony Gaggi is involved in the Squilante murder a couple of years after that. They say Squilante was involved with Scalise's murder. I don't know if Nino would have had permission to do that because of that. He's probably killed for something else, but people often say that Nino was involved in that Squilante murder, right? But he just happened to kill Nino's cousin Scalise, right? Other than that, I mean, he was always involved with the cars. I mean, he has an arrest in the 1950s for stolen automobiles. He was always involved in the car industry, stolen cars, or whatever else. Of course, ultimately, he brings Roy in as his underling, shows him, I guess he sees something in him and takes him to the next level. And Nino's kind of quiet for the most part. I think that investigators themselves kind of said that they didn't really know much about him aside from just knowing that this guy existed. And I'm pretty sure that they even said, like, when they opened up the social club next to Tommaso, Veterans and Friends, Jimmy Brown's spot, that they started like seeing a lot of guys hanging out there. And that's kind of how they started like meeting faces, I guess, for like really getting an idea of what these guys were doing. Mikey Scar said Nino Gaggi supposedly had 30 main guys in his crew, which is a huge crew. Gambino said like 25 caps. Yeah. I mean, he had Greg De Palma was considered in his crew. Of course, he had DeMeo and all that fucking crew.
no, the
But yeah, a
DeMeo
real
girl,
fucking gangster.
go ahead. Go. Sorry,
A
I
real
apologize.
gangster, but he had gotten in trouble in his life and past, but never did any like serious time. And most of his trouble comes in the late 1970s into the 80s when he's like in his 50s and going into his 60s into the 80s. And I think he first gets in trouble big time, probably like 70. 8-ish. They have the Westchester Premier Theater in Westchester County, New York, which is a theater. Frank Sinatra, all these people. There's that famous photo of like Jimmy the Weasel, Carlo Gambino, maybe Castellano, Frank Sinatra. That's at the Westchester Premier Theater so the Gambinos had a big piece of it. They were skimming and shit, and they hit a bunch of those guys with like the conspiracy with all that, like the RICO, whatever, not the RICO, with the conspiracy with the was it a fucking, I don't recall, whatever. But Nino was involved with that. They forced them into like bankruptcy, skimming, just squandering smashing the whole place to fucking probably just taking too much money off of it, whatever. But Nino was one of the guys that got indicted as a part of that Westchester Premier Theater drama that was going on. And there was a lot of charges. Like I said, there was a forced bankruptcy, conspiracy to probably extortion. I don't know, whatever. But he was in trouble for that. Ultimately, he actually got away with that. 1979 in October, then they have the double homicide of the Ippolitos on the side of the highway. He gets into a shootout with a off-duty cop. This is a 50-something-year-old guy blowing fucking people's heads off on the side of the Belt Parkway, like crazy, and then getting into a shootout with a cab cop or whatever, moonlighting as a cab driver, right?
Is that where Roy had to get the bullet out of him?
Right. That's where Roy didn't actually get the bullet out of him. He wouldn't have been able to get near him, to be honest with you. But yeah, and then you said 2 years before that was Vincent Governor when they fucking killed that dude. They shot him up in broad daylight in Brooklyn after trying to blow him up with a grenade, right? He goes to trial for that double homicide with the Ippolitos, and he beats the murder charges. But then they hit him with, I think, weapons and assault charges, and he gets like 5 to 15 for that.
Yeah, when he died, yeah, because he wasn't in there that he wasn't in for life or nothing when he actually he would, and he wasn't.
Well, that's
that
not
old.
even that charge. That's just so that's something else. But you're going to see later on when they get indicted in 1994, there's a woman by the name of Judith Hellman, who's a juror on that trial for the Ippolito murder, who they corrupt. They get her to, she aids in the, basically fixing it, right? And at one point, she even comes up with this thing where, like, oh, one of the court officers and one of the jurors were having sex with each other, or whatever. Like, this is crazy story. And she would later get indicted as a part of, like, the RICO indictment against, like, Castellano and everybody as, like, a co-conspirator because she helped, like, Nino cheat that trial. It was, like, her and, like, her husband and her father somehow all got involved in it somehow. They hit her with, like, wire fraud, and all types of charges in connection to helping fix that trial. So Nino actually completely gets off on the fucking double homicide and everything when it's all said and done. Especially when that comes out, when they say about the sex with the other juror lady was banging one of the court officers. It's a really long fucking web of story, but Nino gets off on that. Then they get indicted in 1984. That's when he's going to get 5 years for the stolen car conspiracy, which Pete the Pick got the 5 years also that same time for the stolen cars. Some other people got more serious charges during that. But while he's serving time for the 5 years for the car conspiracy, the trial's still going on. And he's going to get hit with murder. The feds are going to, they want to try him for the Vinnie Mook Governor murder. They want to hit him with the Ippolitos again. Then they probably want to connect him to a number of other murders because he's like the leader of that crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in 1988, in I think MCC, maybe Metropolitan Correction, Manhattan, Manhattan Correctional Center. He complains of chest pain, and something happens where, like, they don't just take him to the hospital right away. They bring him back down to his cell. They say, you got to put this prison garb on, this and that, and they wasted all this time to get him to see some medical help, and he actually ended up having a heart attack and dying. His wife Rose actually ended up suing the department, and they actually changed some of the laws because of Nino Gadji's death and how they deal with people who might be having medical episodes because of her lawsuit. So there might be some stuff about Nino I'm forgetting, but I think it's somewhat of a criminal biography, I guess. I mean,
No, obviously, yeah.
and of course he was running that crew, technically running, that crew. Although we call it the DeMeo crew, you rarely hear people call it the Gadji crew, right?
And that's my question to you is going to be, because they were doing hits that weren't sanctioned as well too.
Yeah, most of them are not. Most of them are not.
Oh, okay, so they weren't doing murder for hire.
Were they doing murder for hire? I mean, there's some stories of examples of it. Yeah. How often they would have done that, I don't know. I mean, you gotta look at like Dominic is a decent witness, I think. I think Broadway Freddie is probably a little bit of a better witness. Vito Arena is a decent witness, I would say. But there's a lot of witnesses in that case that we'll never know about. There's a ton of them. Quentin's got a bunch of them. If he ever finishes his book, we'll learn about more of them. But
you guys should check out his video on Vito Arena on NYC Crime Spot. It's a good video.
But they both claimed that. And listen, I know people don't like informants on the grass. Whatever. I'm just telling you what they said.
Well, no,
they both claimed that
we're not gangsters. So
they were saying that 50, 60. One of them was saying it's immeasurable. I don't know. I can't tell you. It's so many. I don't know. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Who was the worst out of the male crew? That's kind of hard to say. David Lopez says, I guess Roy's the worst, and then Harvey Rosenberg is the second worst.
That's Chris, because he the trouble that he caused too with the Cubans with the drug deal, they had to make it, look good in the papers and stuff. So it was so hard for Roy to kill him because it was he was like his son to him, and I guess they killed him, but then they took his body to the woods and shot it all up so it'd make the fucking papers.
Yeah.
How about that poor fucking kid though, man, selling a fucking vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, that was a Roy murder.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because he was all paranoid and shit. He thought
and cousin Joe, apparently cousin Dracula too.
Yeah, Dracula's in the car with them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then, you have the Sherry Golden murder, the 19-year-old girl.
And then they're at the birthday party too, and when they actually really got Vinnie Mook.
Yeah, that's a Nino murder. Yeah, that's a Nino murder in 1976, I think.
Yeah, they all left the party, and
I mean, women, teenagers, And listen, once again, it's tough for me because I just happen to be friends with and platform and do content with somebody who beat that in trial twice. If you read Murder Machine or you believe law enforcement, you make up your own mind, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
What's up, Mad Dog?
What's up, man? Yeah.
Good to see you.
It's one of those things.
Have you ever heard of stories of drug trafficking with the mob and the Akwesasne tribe, which in northern New York and reaches up into parts of Quebec and Ontario? Bobby would probably know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know myself. I'm not sure. Interesting, though. Interesting.
Yeah, I'll ask Bobby that. Let me get a little pic of that because I want to find out. I'm going out there in May.
Yeah, you were saying that. That's awesome. David Lopez, what happened to Dracula? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a mystery.
Some people would think he's whacked. If you believe Albert DeMeo, he took him to the airport. I really don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Eric, I'll definitely find out. And if you jump back in, because the highway northern New York and reaches up into parts of Quebec and Ontario. Yeah, Bobby would probably definitely know.
I'm
Or
leaning. I'm leaning towards like. Fuck, I don't know. I'm leaning towards he got away somehow. I don't know.
yeah,
Unless they got a hold of him and dismembered him and buried him, or
yeah. I mean,
but
because how
like,
many people really get away? You know?
yeah, I would just think that it's more the case that they would just like shoot him in the head somewhere, or but I
Yeah.
don't know. That's what they did to Richie Denomi, and because they were able to get to him after he got indicted. But I don't know. I don't know.
See, my theory always though was because I mean he was alive after Roy. He's related to Roy, and I just thought that they would have, you know, took him out.
But yeah, but you got it like when they did the Gemini raid. I mean, he was there. There's a photo of
Yeah,
him
no,
at
yeah,
the table.
that's true.
Like he was there. And that raid happens, a little while after. So they didn't. It's not like they killed him or wanted to kill him, right? So I don't know what happened there. I really
Yeah, no,
don't.
I'm not saying right away. I'm saying though that maybe like at time who knows, like but now what's his name though? Roy's son though said though he dropped him off at the airport though, right?
Right.
And then just was never seen again.
That could be true.
Yeah,
Or that could be him saying that because he doesn't want to give credit to people he hates for murdering his second cousin.
yeah.
Could be that too. Maybe maybe Albert. Maybe that's Albert's funny way of fucking with people. You never know. You never know.
I feel bad though for him, man.
So do I.
Real bad. There's an interview. Obviously, I know you've seen it. I forget though the lady he's talking to though.
Yeah, I'm the one that put that on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was at work, just like I remember, and just listening to it all the time. I was just like, you could just hear like in
Yeah.
his voice.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the dude's definitely fucking.
And
It's
that
easy for people like us to like read Murder Machine and see all these yeah, cool movies and stuff like that. But people that are like, like look what that kid had to go through, and
of
just
course.
born like right into, it's just that's crazy.
Yeah. No, I know. It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Is he? So is he still what? So is he? Is he alive or no?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Every once in a while somebody comes out and says he is, but he's not.
Yeah. Okay. How do you I mean that's insane. Like if you really put your mind like to it, like thinking, because I'm thinking like if like that my father was like, and then you just, I don't know, that's gotta fuck him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you find something like that out and everyone's like looking at you like a certain type of way, yeah.
And it's not your fault at all. Like, you're just,
Yeah.
And I heard like he was always like, never miss family events. Like, like Roy was always there. And then when he missed a birthday party, that's when they knew. Because,
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not his fault.
No. It's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. Not everybody has a dad like that, but of course, I'm sure that story has played out in that lifestyle numerous times with people's children. Just like it's fucked up. People don't think about that. People don't think about the families. They romanticize it somehow.
What do you think about though Montiglio? Because I mean, he was just born into like that, that house and with Nino and all that.
Yeah.
Do you think he like and like how he wanted to be a musician and then like he got away like and came that? Like, do you think he ever had a chance?
I think he had a chance. I really do. I think he did have a chance because let's not forget he did go to California. I mean, he could have stayed out there, but something
I
pulled
know,
him
and
back.
he came. Yeah,
Something pulled him back, and Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, obviously, because I'm sure his uncle wasn't a good influence on him. He did go to Vietnam. He did see a lot of bad shit. But at the same time, like, he could have stayed away from New York, but he decided to come back, start doing favors,
Well,
Of
he
course, he
came back
asked his
because
uncle.
someone owed him money.
Yeah, but he asked his uncle to help him, of course. And his uncle had his own way of helping him, which wasn't great, I guess. I don't know.
I thought though that he took out though because of oh no, that's right. Never mind. That he didn't after he got busted is when he cooperated. That's right.
Right.
Because they wanted to they're like, hey, we can get you out of here now. And he knew right then and there, he was like, no, I'm a dead man.
Yeah. But like, I don't think he's like the worst rat or informant
Well,
on the
that's what I
state.
was gonna ask you next. Like it's
The
very
truth
easy.
is, Broadway Freddy, and if you want to talk about violence and real nasty shit, like Broadway Freddy and Vito Arena were able to talk about that more than Dominic. Dominic never caught up a fucking body with them.
No, but my
Dominic
point
didn't,
though, my point is like, what do you do in his situation? I mean, like that's what I meant about having a chance. Like after though he got arrested, uh,
right.
But hey, I mean, we don't know what was going on in that house, the bunker, as they called it. Like like was Nino like you have to like be like you have to serve the like this, or did he make the choice? Because I know he wanted to get made because he did say that. So in a way, maybe he did though make the choice that this is the life he's gonna choose. But it's
Right.
very easy for people who watch this to say call him rat, rat, rat. But like born like into like that and be in the situation.
Yeah, I
that
don't care. Like, especially with that crew, like
yeah.
some might even look at it as like a public service. Like, who the fuck wants those guys running around forever?
Yeah. I have it. This is his right here.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Dominic Matiglio original. And what I love about it too, it's music one though, guitar.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me see it up close. Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, when you look at that, when you look real, like I know this doesn't give it justice, but like when I was seeing like his paintings and stuff though, like and drawings, the detail and stuff though, like he was.
Yeah, no, he was cool with the drawings. Yeah,
And just the way how he has the mic coming in with the guitar, and then they has all the buildings, and there's like the power play. It's crazy.
yeah.
But it says, yeah, LACO 40789 DMs. So he did this in 2008.
Nice. That's dope.
So now that
Yeah.
fails, I'll keep this right here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for the guy in a sense, for sure.
It's yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's easy for people just to be like, he's rat, not. But when I don't know, like with that crew, and you said it best, it's like a public service, like with a crew like that.
You could look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what though? But if they choose, it's all about if they choose. Like that. That's what I always say. Like if you choose that, but with him though being born, like the reason why I'm asking about him is like he was born though, like into like it. Like remember he said that they could have. He could have went on with like a singer career, and Nino.
Right.
Remember Nino's like, nah, that's a dirty business.
Right.
And it's like, okay, that's a dirty business, but
But this is good, yeah.
And Nino didn't want to know made, I guess, because he always wanted to know near him. Because he should have been made after the Vidimook attempt.
There was another thing that happened actually that Nino was involved in Florida with that George Byram that they fucking cut up in a hotel room. That was a guy who was like an electrician that apparently got some intel to like rob Nino's house down there, or something happened, and maybe they even might have assaulted Nino. I don't remember. But if you go to my channel, actually, when I was in Florida, I went to where it happened, in Florida. And Tony Plate is apparently involved in this murder also. Tony Plate, Nino Gaggi, and Roy DeMeo. And apparently they lured this guy, George Byram, to a hotel under the auspices of like, talking about electricity or whatever's going on there. And they ambush him while they're there, and they're like, Roy's like stabbing him a bunch of. There's a photo of his body. Roy's like stabbing him a bunch of fucking times, and almost gets through to like cutting like his head fully off, and then they just like leave him there. Like I guess they say that apparently like there's a construction crew or something going on outside, and they got spooked and they just left. They just left like his partially decapitated, fucking stabbed up, mutilated body in a bathtub for the maid to find right in Florida.
Jesus.
Like
Definitely not, Chris. Definitely not.
And so that's another one that Nino's involved in, apparently. And Tony Plate, who he himself dies not too long after that.
But like Nino though being the head though, like the whole like federal conspiracy, like the whole conspiracy with all those bodies though, like I mean, like they could have put him at, they could have charged him though with more bodies if he's the head of that crew. But like you said though, like the DeMeo crew, but it really though is though the Gadji crew, because Gadji was the captain of that crew.
Right. Well, that's what was going to happen to Nino, was that he was going to die in prison. That's what was going to happen.
But what I was saying though is though the sentence though that he was looking at though at the end there though, it wasn't only like 7 years or 5 to 7.
Well, he was serving 5 for the car conspiracy. Right? They hit him with 5. He was serving that.
Yeah.
But he would have been cooked for murders too, but he died. He never got to but they would have cooked him for them, yeah, for sure. He would have been done. He would have been done.
Yep, thanks. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, folks. Thank you for being here still. Really do appreciate you giving us the time. And don't forget Brett's 2 channels are in the description as well to subscribe to. Delacroce had, and that like especially with the DeMeos and the Vito's last name again.
Arena,
that's right. Vito Arena. I always get mixed up with Vic, but Vito Arena. That video that you got there's I love that. Delacroce had Tony Ponte killed because he looked too mean to sit next to in court. Said a jury will definitely find us guilty, so he had him killed. Yeah,
that's what they say. Yeah.
I never heard that, but thank you.
Apparently, he had I think even like John. I think even like Gotti and maybe even Willie Boy and Angelo Ruggiero. I think a few of those guys were sent to go down there and get rid of that dude
because he would have looked too bad in court.
Well, he just didn't want to do. He didn't want to sit in trial next to him because the guy was. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't. When you look at him, he doesn't necessarily look crazy. I mean, he would hang out at the Diplomat Hotel over there.
Well, maybe was he a guy that would probably they thought like wouldn't keep his mouth shut or probably shut? Like was he a wild
maybe he was
man?
like too aggressive? Maybe. I mean, it could be that. I mean, this is another guy who at that point. I mean, Tony Plate was probably in his 50s. I guess at that point had to be at least in his 50s. And he was the man about town over there, and like what's that? Like Hallandale, Florida, all the way down to like Miami, that whole area. He would hang out at the Diplomat Hotel. That was his spot. He was known. He was there every day. He would park his car there. He was well known. He was known to work out and just be like a fit kind of older guy and loan sharking and all types of shit. And yeah, he'd been around for a long time. And they whacked him.
How about Willie Boy though, man? I'm sorry though. Whenever I see that girl out there with what's her name, Jacqueline,
Jackaloni,
who says right in court that he's a confidential informant. Like, I mean,
she makes the cops say it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just fucking.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Like had him killed, and then Tommy Karate, and then had fucking done. But
yeah.
But why though would she have the cop though say like I don't know.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
Anthony Canucci of Mafia Made has good stories on Tony Plate. Mafia Made.
Yeah, my only problem with that is that Anthony Caiucci was like 5 or 6 years old when Tony Plate was murdered. So I mean, when he talks about George Byram, and he calls him Dickie Byram, which maybe his father did know George Byram. I don't know, but all I know is that Anthony Caiucci was 5 years old when George Byram was murdered. So I question what, and he had a story where he like knew what was going on and he remembers it. And Dickie's dead. And I don't know.
He
I don't know how
remembers
you
it.
know that stuff at 5 years old, but that's
5 years
whatever.
old.
Whatever. That's fine. That's fine.
A lot of people do embellish, Brett.
That's fine with me. You know.
And what's the name of that channel? I'll check that out.
I don't even know if that guy's around anymore. I have no idea. I just remembered that he was talking about it, and he's like painting this vivid picture of everything going on and remembering George Byram's murder and all this intricate details. And I was like, how fucking old is this guy? And then I looked it up. He would have been like 5 or 6 years old when that was out. We're talking about the 70s. We're talking about 76, 77, right?
Yeah.
The guy's in his 50s.
Let me look up right now. Let me see.
And I'm not saying that when he's older or whatever, like he's not around people. I just find it hard to believe that you can be 5 or 6 years old painting some vivid imagery about the day a guy was like murdered by Roy DeMeo. I don't know, but whatever. I'm not that type of guy usually. I'm not trying to call people out. I just
No, but I mean maybe though, like he or like he knows like what happened and then he just said
from what I remember, he was painting the picture from when he was there. He remembers this and that. He knew something was wrong, this and that, all that. Something's going down, blah, blah, blah.
Anthony
Whatever, I
Caiucci
guess.
sits down and gives never heard before stories about the Italian Mafia in South Florida during the 70s and 90s. Anthony grew up around the Italian Mafia since the age of 5 and dealt with all 5
There you
Italian
go,
Mafia.
5 years old.
This is the guy that used to get drunk all the time and is
Yep.
it?
We go after Sammy the Bull?
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
By me personally, I just would take things with a grain of salt. I know that is, but maybe not.
Yeah, he had
Maybe
stories about Jerry Chili and those guys. And I'm not saying he's listen, believe me, I'm not saying he's making shit up. I'm just saying that one story I just found it to be odd. That one story, that's it.
Well, you said it best though. I mean, so he explains it like that basically that he remembers it at the age of 5.
Yeah. He didn't say it. He didn't say like, I remember when I was a teenager, my dad telling me about the George Byram situation. He was a friend of my dad's, whatever. No, he explains it like he's fucking there. He remembers that there's this whole thing going on, and I remember the day he died, and blah, blah. And he was like 4 or 5 years old or something. I'm telling you. I'm like, all right, whatever. That's fine. That's fine.
3 years ago. So wait, let me see something. Well, his last video though was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Type in Mafia made Byrum, Byrum. See what comes up.
Okay, so Mafia made, what was it again?
Byrum, Byrum.
Let's see.
This is the George Byram murder, which I think is in the summer of 1976, if I'm not
Tony
mistaken.
Plato throw a beating to. That's what came up.
Yeah. Tony Plate is involved in it. Yeah, but when is the George Byram murder? I think it's in 1976. If I'm not mistaken.
Let me Google that.
George Byram murder, July 13th, 1976. There you go. I had it right. So summer of 1976, George Byram is murdered.
Byram is a victim of mob vengeance, revenge killing in South Florida, 76. Mob murder, George Byram by Justin Dugar. Mafia victim, George. Yep. July 13th, 1976. Yeah, that guy, I remember
Maybe he's right. I don't know. Who might say whatever though, but I remember when I used to watch him all the time, and I was like, I don't know.
What came up with that George Byram Mafia made?
I agree with this, Chris. I agree with this 100%. Oh, what came up?
Yeah.
Um, Mafia made. It says Mafia made prologue part 1. Gambino enforcer Tony Pop. They throw a beating to
Dick Byram.
yeah. To
And then he
Dick
has
Byram.
number 2. So this number 2, Roy DeMeo, Anthony Gaggi, and Tony Plate. That's I guess part 2 of the story.
Yeah, that's right here. I see that. And well, part 1's 38 minutes and part 2's 58. So it's like an hour and 20 some minutes. Probably Roy DeMeo, Tony Platti, and Anthony Gaggia whack out. Whack out Gaggi, whack out Dick Byram. Yeah. And what were you saying about it? Didn't you say something about Dick? Like why do you call him like Dick or something like that?
He
Or
calls him Dick Byram. I don't know. I mean, that's something personal that he might know. I don't know anything about that.
yeah. Well,
But if we go to the hold on, I'm gonna go to the show transcript.
Anthony Gaggi. I wonder why he stopped though, because that was actually his last. Well, no, wait, let me see. His last video was. If that was his last video, was Oh no, wait. Anthony goes with James English. Never mind. That's him doing an interview. Oh, there's John Panisi. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. He's talking about it like vividly remembering it going down at that age. Whatever. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. We all have different.
Maybe though. I mean, if you're 5 and you do see something like that, maybe it does though stick with you.
What did he see? He doesn't see it though.
What's that, buddy?
He doesn't see it. I don't know. We got to get into it. I don't know. I gotta watch it again. Brett, get you some Benadryl. Yeah, I always need something, but I never take anything.
But you got a cold, bud?
I'm like stuffed most of the year.
Stuffed up, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think I'm one of the few who never gets tired of learning about the DeMeo crew. I always find out something as well.
Yeah, that was a real good what you did about talking about Nino and stuff like that, though. Just like a nice, quick little.
Yeah, and like I said, he's one of those guys that you'll never really know because he might have killed fucking 15 people. I don't know. You never know.
Hold on, laughing my ass off, Dominic. Well, wait, there we go. Brett, get you some Benadryl, my friend. My allergies are rough as well.
Dominic Calandra, you know what?
What's up, Mark?
Mark, what's going on? You know what?
Great to see you. You still don't do your great voice impressions, though, man, with the nose stuff, though.
Yeah, that's what I do to Dominic when he comes in me and Frank's chat. I say, Dominic Calandra, you know what?
Yeah, what was the one thing that you used to put up, though? The video of Sammy, man. I was crying. I remember one time I was watching a movie and you texted me at one point. I just, out of the blue. And I just fucking didn't play. And it already happened like on the show, but I was crying.
Yeah, that was the lick in the Starbucks and I have those on the 52 topics. I share them all the time.
My guess is he probably had the story told to that's what I'm thinking as well.
No, but I understand that, but that's not how he says it. He says it vividly as being there. He's talking about in a bar stool, and he's talking about a bunch of shit.
Mark.
If I'm wrong, then I'll come in and I'll say I'm fucking wrong. But
I do the same thing though as well, though. But my thing is though that you know how it is, Brett. I'll say though that I was there or whatever though, but if he knows what happens, but he could be like, oh, I could say I was there, blah blah blah. A lot of people do that, so
Yeah.
it's hard to say like, yeah, that's concrete, definitely. That's why we're questioning
Right.
because
Right.
Loomis, you should try and get him on to clarify. Well,
he hasn't done anything in it seems like 2 or 3 years, but I'll reach out though. I'm good at tracking people down. I really am. Like if you say, "Hey, give me," that's one thing I could do.
Yeah.
So that whole let me go back to Nito real quick though. That whole story then, like I did like yeah, you were like, no, it wasn't Roy though, like with the book. It's because the bullet was from the cop shootout as well, though, that I heard. Um did that happen, or were you saying that like it wasn't Roy who did it?
No, it's Dominic.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason why people think Roy did it is because Sammy did that stupid video where he said Roy did it.
Got it.
Yeah.
I had the thumbnail up though, but Loomis, what is your next show going to be about? It's just a video. Actually, the next one that I'm doing is well, no, the music one's the second one is just debunking something that do I have it up? That Panisi said about Russell Buffalino. Because I just finally got the thumbnail made up, and I have the book right here. I have Russell's court transcripts here.
Panisi beef.
No, not beef. Just the fact that he just like one day woke up and was like, I'm just gonna lie and say that Russell Buffalino's fingers got blown off because he was shooting at state troopers. The way to do that for a while. Where it actually it's right here in his court of appeals, it says and actually is the original, but this is too hard to fit. Like this is like its original deportation paper. But in the court of appeal, brief of appellate, hold on, let me see. Yeah, right here. Russell Buffalino had worked in various places: Buffalo, Cleveland, Pittston, Buffalo, Endicott, New York. At which last place he worked for the Mission Beverage Company until September 11th, 1944. At which time he suffered an injury to 2 fingers. That's how the engine deal came. The engine was up, it came down, and crushed his fingers, and because he was a real good mechanic.
Wow.
He worked for a place called Canadian Dry as well. And
So you're gonna fucking
but Tom Panisi one day though came out with a Buffalino show and said that he had a crazy shootout though with the police, and like how Chris just said before, do crazy type wacko like Tommy DeSimone type people, like
Right.
do they last long in the mob? No. And Russell was the type of guy though that would be having shootouts though with the police. It just baffles my mind though, because Panisi was like, he was a big guy and stuff I just like, well, I don't understand the mentality. Like, I'm just gonna say this story, like he totally made it up.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from. Yeah, maybe he got it from a book. Is there a book that says that? I don't know.
No, absolutely not. And this is no one could get this right here. This is his. This was actually his, and from the deportation trial, and I just don't understand why people do that.
Yeah,
Especially a guy who's in the mod. Like, he could tell stories about himself, like being in the mod. Like, this wasn't just some content creator, like, kid that likes, watch Goodfellas a lot and, does, I don't know.
Right.
So, but that's probably though the next, but as far as like lives go, who knows, buddy? Sometimes if I'm in the mood to just, do a live and just chat it up, like, and then maybe anything goes or whatever. But my buddy Mikey Faz is on. Oh, and I got part 2 with Bobby. Telling you guys, check that out with Bobby Bright, part 1 to Canada. If you guys are interested in Canada, and it's still wild over there. Canada's still like the old days of how the mob was around here. They're crazy over there still.
I'm gonna hop off this computer.
What's that?
Good? I said I'm probably gonna get going.
Rafa says, "Oh yeah, I'm wrapping up actually." And what do you call like 2 minutes? Brett, we're on over 3 hours. I can't thank you
Yeah, I know.
enough.
My fucking eyes are killing me. I gotta get glasses for this computer. My eyes are killing me looking at the screen.
Yeah, that's why I fucking had put these on with that. But thank you so much, my man, and
Thank you.
everyone. I'm telling you, anyone who did, if it's the first time that you're seeing Brett here, do NYC Crime Spot in the description, and also 52 Topics with Frank Ferdiono. If you guys click on those, I'm telling you, and then you'll see, it's just before I met Brett, we became real good friends, obviously, but before that, it was like I real quick how I told you, like when I was, hey, did you ever hear that interview with DeMeo's son, blah blah blah. Like I heard it from like your chats before I even know like knew you and stuff. But my point though being is it's my favorite though mob channel though out there. And it's boots on the ground and on location. And and he doesn't just like walk there and go, this is where this guy blah blah blah. Like he's a smart dude. He gives you some good insight, good intellect. So Brett, thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. Yeah, guys. Thank you. Make sure to subscribe. 52 Topics with Frank Fiorellino, NYC Crime Spot. I'll be live tomorrow.
Sorry, Frank, for screwing up your name, man. I don't do that. Remember what I said about Pete? I felt terrible.
Yeah. That's funny. I'll be live on my buddy Manny Grossman's channel tomorrow. I put up a community post on my page at 6:00. And then right after that, I'll be live on 52 Topics with Frank Fiorellino because we do that show every Monday night. We usually do it at 7. I'll probably push it maybe to 7:15 because I got to do that show with Manny Grossman.
And now is that's going to be on Manny's channel?
I'm doing Manny Grossman. Then after that, I'm doing 52 Topics channel.
Okay, but Manny Grossman, no, because I want to put on right now. I'm going to put it on my
Yeah, Bo. He's butchering the names, Bo.
Dominic Calandra said that. Sammy butchering the names.
Yeah, Bo. Yeah, Bo.
That's going to be a live upcoming, a Grossman exclusive, the Wendy Savina files.
Thank you, Eric Bo.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. Bo.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put that on.
Thank you so much, Bo. Thank you, Bo.
All right, Sammy. I'm going to put that on my community.
Put that on there, or you could get on your knees.
I'm going to put that on my community. Is that cool?
Of course. Yeah, please. 6:00, Manny Grossman. There you go. 6:00, Manny. Thank you, sir. Manny Grossman. And then 7:15, 52 Topics with Frank Fiorellino. Hopefully I gotta get some fucking glasses, man. These laptops killing me. But yeah. Hope to see you guys over there. Okay, Bo.
And then I'm gonna put just stop with the Sammy, man, for a second, please. You're fucking killing me. Oh,
I'm gonna put you on your knees.
Oh man, were you always good at that? Like even like as a kid and stuff?
Yeah.
I could tell.
I used to record them on the tape.
I tagged the end of 2. I put 6 p.m. Eastern at NYC Crime Spot. Grossman files exclusive, the Wendy Savina files. Nice. Okay.
No, that's on Manny's channel though, not on my channel.
I know it. Well, I'm saying no, but I
shared it. Thank you.
That's Mike. I shared the right one.
Yeah, that's it. That's tomorrow at 6.
But I'm saying though, I tagged at NYC Crime Spot.
Appreciate it. Yeah. That's it. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, Dominic Calandra. You know what? We'll probably see you tomorrow in the Frank chat. I hope.
Yeah, no, you're gonna see me definitely on Manny and Frank probably tomorrow. I've been doing this stuff and editing for the past like 8 days in a row. I need a night to just watch stuff and fucking do nothing. So
take some time, Bo. Relax.
Stop it.
Relax, Bo. You're working really hard, Bo. I heard you making your bones, so relax.
You get me fucking snorting, you motherfucker.
You're making your fucking bones, so relax, Bo. Just make your bones. Or I'll come to your house.
Could you give me an impression of Bernstein congratulating someone making it to captain?
I don't know. I'll work on that one. I don't know.
No, that's a tough one.
There's a lot of indigestion going on. A lot of
yeah.
Congratulate him. I don't know, something like that.
Oh,
You know what? All right. I'll see you
I didn't
guys tomorrow.
yeah,
Everybody.
and Brett, obviously anytime, you're always welcome here, and well, I'll be seeing you sooner than later, and
Yep.
for real,
Yep.
and thank you so much again, buddy, and
Thank you.
no, yeah, we covered a lot of stuff, like from mob genre to just regular podcasts, and to I love the Nino Gaji bit, just everything was awesome. So thank you very much, man.
All right, no problem. Thank you, Dominic Calandra, Aaron McCamley, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you, Penn State guy. Holla.
All right,
Thank
my
you,
man.
Bo.
David Lopez. There he is.
Thank you, Bo.
Yeah,
We got Bo Nation, bro. Me and Frank, Bo Nation.
Bo Nation, Bo.
It's a whole nation. All right, guys. I'll see you. Thanks, man.
take care, buddy. I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
I'll hit you
Peace.
up tomorrow.
All right.
All right. That's Brett from NYC Crime Spot. Great fucking dude right there. Don't forget that both his links are in the description. And if you never seen or watched any of his stuff, definitely check out both channels. But the tours that he does are awesome. And yeah. Let me see because I always make sure I don't like to miss any comments. Anthony Gouch, okay, we got that from Chris. Diane Jack, yeah, she should be in jail. I agree. Penn State guy, Anthony's got great stories. My guess is he probably told them by his father or some relatives. That's what I was thinking the whole entire time. What's up, Mark? My man, Loomis, you should try. Yep, we saw that. How about the league now going after Sammy? What league? I don't even see. I don't watch all like he was saying. Like I don't watch because I'm so busy trying to, you know what I mean. I made a rule like with myself though. Once like I finally got sober and stuff like that, I used to just um consume so much, which is good because I mean I learned a lot. Like consume so much like content. Like now, like what I'll do is like for 2 or 3 months now, I'll produce content, and then I'll take like 2 or 3 months off, consume more. So like I'm on like the produce more part. So I've been like I haven't seen anything that's going on. But how about the league now going after? See, what do you mean? Which league? Did you see that like new league that's going on? If you're talking about the Italian Civil Rights though league. I wonder that song though, the original one. I could probably play that, but yeah, I could because it's not even it's very rare. The album that I got there, the official Italian Civil Rights League song, I got on the vinyl over there set up. Loomis, what is your next show going to be about? We covered that, and thank you very much, though, Eric. Appreciate it, man. Great questions, great comments. Rafa Saz, this is my man. Hi, Loomis, bud. Salute from the Great White North. I love you guys out there. Love yous. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, when you X out of the chat, if you could just give this a like, I really appreciate it. Good show, Brett, Loomis. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Panisi jumped my ass, and they what? Oh, I thought you were like telling me that like he jumped you, and I was like, fuck, I wish he would jump me. Panisi jumped my ass in his comments for asking about IUE Local 14 and 9/11 cleanup. He never cleared up what his issue with the question was. Yeah, because he's a pathological fucking liar. And make shit up for fucking money and shit about other like people that like, especially like if you were in the mob, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand? Like one day that man woke up and was like, you know what? What should I do? You know what? Russell Buffalino's missing 2 fingers. I could tell everyone though that he had a crazy shootout with the fucking police. Like, but you don't think if that happened that there wouldn't be any paperwork on that or anything like that? The state police would never write that up, and that isn't though his it's just weird. You got it, brother. You got it, Eric. Thank you for your time, Brett. Absolutely. And also Dominic Calandra, thank you for your time. Thank everyone who watched for your time. It means a lot. Oh, Brett was killing me with that. Eric Condi, check out the kid in the Michael Myers mask. I'm doing good, Rafa. I'm doing good, my man. We just had a great show. Brett, who was just on NYC Crime Spot, and 52 Topics with Frank Ferdonia. If you go into the comments, my description, check out those stuff. The 52 Topics with 52 Topics with Frank Ferdiono. If you check that, that's his newer one. And then NYC Crime Spot is like boots on the ground. He's at the old locations of like the real spots where Goodfellas was, and like he has great all stories with the DeMeo crew and all that stuff. That's in my description. Check it out, my man. You'll like it. Dave, you're laughing probably when Brett was doing Bo still. I'll meet you at the Krispy Kreme in Clark Summit. Eric, because you're by me, Eric? There's a Krispy Kreme up on River and Scranton. No shit. You're local. Loomis, would you spend the night at the Gemini Lounge? LOL. Right now? Yeah, why not? Back in the day, no. Like I used to think, imagine like if all of us like we're together, right? And like we were all hammered up and we're just drinking like we're tourists and we're all like, yeah, there's a bar. Let's go in there and fucking like, I know like when I was in my 20s and fucking drinking and doing like whatever, and I probably would have fucking had the towel wrapped around my head literally in fucking 15 fucking seconds, if you know what I mean. With the heart fucking there goes Loam. Liked and sub. Thanks, Dominic. Appreciate you, my man. You're a gentleman. And I'm not because you liked and subbed though, but I could just tell. And I know you said like, you're still working on you want to do something like just jump right into it though, man. Jump in. And you could email me up anytime too, man. If anyone can, if you email me, shoot the shit. But yeah, definitely jump on into it, my man. No, I'm in Boston, but I go to PA a lot. Oh, well, next time, no, man, that you come in, though, let me know, because that happens a lot. Like the bunch of people who are subscribed, they'll call me up or they'll email me, and I met already, I'd say 4, or I'd say like 5 that like actually really though come through, and then I took them up to Pittston and gave them like the tour of like where like Penn Drape was and showed them where Russell's Mausoleum is, like the Irishman tour. Because that book, that movie, as Chris will tell you too, they're all saying like Philly. They only mentioned Pittston no once, but if you read the book, I Heard You Paint Houses, it's all this area. Like Medico Industries is right up the fucking road. I worked there, and where he was silent partner with the arms and all that. That's all this area here. So people from around here were like kind of like pissed off because back in 2005 they were scouting areas around here. That's when they should have done the movie. Then they wouldn't have had to do the de-aging and all that stuff. But yeah. But screenshot that. That's the email. And I think I got everyone. I hate when I miss even one comment. Thank you, guys. Thank you thank you, B. Luke. Thank you, Ro, for the donations. Appreciate that. Have you ever heard of stories of drug trafficking for the mob? That's right. I actually this one, though, Eric, I will get back to you. I took a picture of that. I'm gonna ask my friend Bobby. He probably knows, or Kraft might even know. Mad Dog, thank you. Ducks, thank you. DL, thank you. I think that's it. I think we got everyone. All right. No, I'm in Boston, being liked and sub. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Close it out with a little bit of music. This is me and my buddy AJ playing. That's what's great though about being able to play the music. I don't have to worry about copywriting or anything like that. But like, subscribe, share with your friends, and
that's pretty much it. See you guys next time on the Loomis Show. Take care. Thank you very much.
Frankie, we did all we could for the man.